And start off enjoying the day this morning on the Joe Show on WHIR. Let's do it.
Say, look at JoJo.
Good morning to you, Danville and Boyle County. It's time for the Joe Show on 103.9 FM WHIR. All right, Wednesday, February 14th on the Joe Show. What are we celebrating today? Well, like I said, we're celebrating Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day traces its origins back to Lupercalia, a Roman festival dedicated to fertility. The celebration was traditionally held on February 15th and dedicated to Faunus, the Roman god of agriculture and harvest. The growth of Christianity pushed celebrations in the background until it was revived by Pope Gelasius, who declared February 14th the feast for St. Valentine's in 496 AD. Well, who is St. Valentine now? Known as Valentine of Terni, the 3rd century Roman saint has become linked with the idea of courtly love, though no one is really quite sure why. And that's how we get Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day on this Wednesday, February 14th edition of The Joe Show. Your phone number to call in this morning is 238-WHIR. That's 238-9447. And we start you off, as we always do, with the playing of our national anthem. It's brought to you by Bob Allen Motor Mall and the Hometown Radio Network. We team up every morning here in The Joe Show to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Here it is.
The Bob Allen Motor Mall and Hometown Radio Network proudly honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Bob Allen Motor Mall, Hometown Radio Network, teaming up every morning to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Our phone number this morning, 238-WHIR, to get your birthdays and your anniversaries on here. That's 238-9447, as we do a little birthday party celebrating. Pretty good list of names that we have down on this Wednesday morning. Let's see who's celebrating on this Wednesday, February the 14th. Here we go. Happy birthday to these people. We have Kay Barber, Kayla Fugate, or Fugate if you're from the eastern part of the state. I know they pronounce their name Fugate, though. Jasmine Wilkinson, Blake Newberry, Sequoia Cloud, David Sexton, and Travis Lanham are the birthdays that we have today. We also have an anniversary. That's Ann Schobel Green and Bob Green. They've been married 26 years today. Ann Schobel Green is the cousin of our very own Rick Schobel, Radio Rick, who's on the morning show on WHBN over in Harrisburg. So happy to have their anniversary down here as well. Call them in, 238-9447. Again, that's Kay Barber, Kayla Fugate, Jasmine Wilkinson, Blake Newberry, Sequoia Cloud, David Sexton, Travis Lenham, and 26th anniversary to Ann Schobel Green and Bob Green. It's a Wednesday, the 14th day of February, and glad to have you aboard. Typical Wednesday morning show we have lined up for you. Starts off this morning, 7:10, where Boyle County and Casey County State Rep Daniel Elliott joins the show. We'll see what happened to the state capitol there yesterday and what the House accomplished. That'll be this morning at 7:10. 7:20, Boyle County Lady Rebel coach Brian Britt will join the show. What a game that Boyle County had yesterday, fighting back against DCA, giving themselves a chance to win in that girls game. And each game they played twice this year now. DCA's won them both, but each game has been closer and closer. And great effort yesterday by Boyle County. We'll talk with Coach Britt about that at 7:20 this morning. 7:40, it's the County Agents Corner. It is Alethea who will join the show. Alethea Bruschek on this Wednesday. And we'll see what's going on with the Boyle County Extension Office at 7:40. In the 8 o'clock hour this morning, we will begin next Wednesday. And happy to have back on the show State Senator Amanda Mays Bledsoe next Wednesday at 8:10. And, of course, she's still, you heard in the news, recuperating from the accident she had in her family farm. So happy to have her back on and glad she's doing better. And she will rejoin the show Wednesdays at 8:10 next Wednesday. In the 9 o'clock hour, busy 9 o'clock hour, it is the second Wednesday of the month, which means at 9:10, we talk with Carrie Koo from the Boyle County Humane Society. And at 9:35, Happy Heart Day is coming up next week. With Eva McDowell sponsoring this day long of events. And we'll talk this morning at 9:35 about that here on the show, the Happy Heart Health Day, with February being Heart Health Month. So that's the rundown of today's show. We'd love to have you on. Phone number to call in this morning, 238-WHIR, 238-9447. If you didn't hear the end of the show yesterday, Erica Brown is the winner of our Valentine's Day package. Way to go to Erica. Congratulations to her. She was the name that we drew out yesterday at the end of the show to win the Valentine's Day package, Erica Brown. So congratulations to her. Here's the good news. If you didn't win, we got more giveaways coming up for the rest of this month. I'm told that we are going to give away a $50 gift card to Thoroughbred Express Auto Wash at the kind of like at the tail end of the month. But I'm supposed to start taking names for that this week, next week, things like that. So we'll start registering people for that, give you a chance to win a $50 gift card. And we have 3 different ones, and each station we have is going to give away one. So that means if you call in on this station, you don't have to fight with other names from other stations to win that. It'll just be the WHIR listeners trying to win that. So give you a better chance to win that. And so glad to do that for you. Glad to be aboard with you this morning on this February 14th. And happy to have you listen to the Joe Show. Get that cup of coffee. Let's start this Wednesday morning off with sports. The Cats get back in the win column. A Chiefs player played the Super Bowl injured, and the college football playoff at ESPN come to an agreement on an extension. Those are the headlines on this Valentine's Day morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Wednesday morning sports. Starting off in UK basketball, where Ugana Onyenso tied a Rupp Arena record with a 10-block performance. Antonio Reeves scored 15, and number 22 Kentucky beat Ole Miss last night 75-63 to end their 3-game home losing streak, playing a full string for the first time this season, at least temporarily, thanks to forward Trey Mitchell's return from a back injury. The Wildcats shot 52% to snap their longest skid at Rupp, which opened in 1976. Kentucky's last 3-game home skid came in 1966 and 67 season. Mitchell had 5 points and 6 boards in 21 minutes before leaving in the second half with a shoulder injury. Reed Shepard had 13 points, and the Wildcats' Justin Edwards had 12. Kentucky's point total was 14 below its average, but Coach John Calipari was happy with his team's balance. He used 9 players. All of them scored, and each played at least 13 minutes. In the NFL, Kansas City Chiefs guard Nick Allegretti played most of Super Bowl 58 injured. Allegretti played all 79 snaps in Kansas City's 25-22 win over the San Francisco 49ers, despite sustaining a torn UCL in the second quarter. Allegretti had an MRI guy yesterday that revealed those results. Beast, man. We told him we needed him out there, and he didn't miss a snap. Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes said on Twitter/X, the Chiefs did desperately need Allegretti because they went into the game already thin at guard. Allegretti started Super Bowl 58 in place of injured All-Pro Joe Thuney, who was ruled out of the championship game due to a pectoral injury. In ESPN news, ESPN and the college football playoff have agreed to a massive new rights deal that'll keep the postseason format on the network through the 2031 season, I should say. ESPN and the playoff originally agreed in 2012 to a 12-year deal worth $5.64 billion, or about $470 million annually. The agreement expires after the 2025 season. According to The Athletic, the annual payout will be $608 million for the final 2 years of the original deal. ESPN will now pay $7.8 billion for this extended contract through 2031. And in Kansas, authorities in Wichita say they've arrested a 45-year-old man of the theft of last month's bronze Jackie Robinson statue, and will add more arrests forthcoming. The 275-pound statue was taken from McAdams Park in Wichita on January 25th, and only its feet were left after thieves dismantled it. The park is home to League 42, a youth baseball league named for the Hall of Famer's uniform number. That man was Ricky Alderte. He was booked in an unrelated case and charged with the theft. Those are the headlines on this Wednesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Hello, this is Rosie the Skunk for Atmos Energy. You might think I make a bad smell. I mean, of course you do. Why wouldn't you? After all, I'm a skunk. But my stinky fragrance is nothing compared to the rotten egg smell of a gas leak, because that could be dangerous. So if you think you smell a leak or encounter other signs such as hearing a hissing or blowing sound or seeing a vapor cloud, blowing dirt or bubbling water, do not smoke, talk on the phone, turn on or off equipment or vehicles, or do anything that could cause a spark. Leave the area immediately. Then call 911 and Atmos Energy. Atmos Energy will send a trained technician to investigate the situation. Take it from a skunk. Gas leaks just plain stink. Seriously, there's no gray area here. When dealing with gas leaks, it's black and white. Yep, that's a little skunk humor there. For more information, visit atmosenergy.com/gas safety.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. At the Nutrition Center, we strive to help our customers achieve optimal health. From our high-quality collagen proteins to our immune system support vitamins, we are here to help you and your family stay healthy all throughout the year. We provide locally raised, free-range meats, eggs, and fresh milk and organic produce boxes delivered weekly. Your locally owned Danville Nutrition Center is here to serve you. Visit us at 802 South 4th Street in Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Are you ready? Because Vintage NASCAR is back. Get ready for some bumper banging fun because in 2024, the Food City 500 is back. That's right, back on concrete, back to sheet metal bending chaos, back to racing the way it ought to be. Grab a spring weekend package today and save 15%. It's the Food City 500 at Bristol Motor Speedway, March 17th, 2024. It'll be St. Patrick's Day, so get ready to party. Visit bristolmotorspeedway.com for tickets and details.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Call Mark or Chris. They'd love to give you a free quote. 236-6686. Sunshine, a high of 56. A low tonight, 39. Sunshine tomorrow, 57 is your high. And on Friday, mostly cloudy, a high of 50. Chance of rain showers on Friday, and especially Friday night. May even see some snow Friday night into Saturday. Mostly sunny Saturday, 37. Right now it's 6:25 in the morning. It's 33 degrees, a 26-degree wind chill. Phone number to call in this morning, 238-WHIR. That's 238-9447. Celebrities having birthdays on this February 14th. Here we go. Happy birthday on this day, 54 years old, to actor and comedian Simon Pegg. Been in the movies Star Trek, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, The World's End, Paul, Mission Impossible, Star Trek Into the Darkness, Star Trek Beyond. Been in a lot of stuff. 54 years old today, Simon Pegg. Here he is, a clip from the movie Hot Fuzz.
Where on earth did you get these?
Found him.
Found them? And what is this? Sea mine?
Sea mine.
Well, Mr. Webley, this is an extremely dangerous collection. It's a wonder nobody's been hurt before.
Nah, just a load of junk.
Simon Pegg, 54. I don't know what they said in any of that, except that I'm glad no one's been hurt before. That's the only thing that I understood in that entire 15-second sound clip. Simon Pegg, 54 years old today. Other birthdays that we have today, the late author and escaped slave Frederick Douglass was born on this date, 1818. If there is no struggle, there is no progress, is what he said. I prayed for 20 years but received no answer until I prayed with my legs, said Frederick Douglass. And one more, one and God make a majority. Frederick Douglass born on this date, 1818. Late engineer George Washington Gale Ferris Jr. was born on this date, 1859. Do you recognize the name Ferris? F-E-R-R-I-S. He's the guy that created the concept of the Ferris wheel, which debuted at the 1893 Chicago World's Exposition. And it was on this date Jimmy R. Hoffa was born in 1913 to 1975 or 1982. Is he really missing? After all, his body has never been found. He went missing in 1975 but was declared dead in 1982. Jimmy Hoffa would have had a birthday today as well, 111 years old. Birthdays, anniversaries all day long right here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville.
On this day in country music.
Well, thank you there, Mr. Voice. It was on this day, country music history. Looking back at the year 1939, Razzie Bailey was born in Lafayette, Alabama. Scored the 1980 #1 single called Lovin' Up a Storm. It was on this day, country music history, 1978. Dolly Parton was at #1 on the country charts with her album Here You Come Again. It was her 19th solo album she released. And it was on this day, 1979. Eddie Rabbitt and Every Which Way But Loose was at #1. And that's what's gone on this date, February the 14th in country music. All right, don't have a whole lot of time, so let's look at this date, 1978, where Dolly Parton's album Here You Come Again was at #1.
Here you come again.
Oh yeah, what an album this was.
Just when I've begun to get myself.
This album included Dolly's first significant crossover success, the Grammy Award-winning title single, this one, which scored her a #3 on the Bop Singles charts. And it was on this day, 1979, Eddie Rabbitt, one of my favorite classic country musicians, was at #1 on the country charts with this one right here.
And it's wearing mighty thin.
Released just weeks before the film premiered nationally, the title track immediately broke in popularity. In fact, the song debuted at #18 on the Billboard Hot Country Singles Chart, the highest debut since the inception of the 100-position chart in July of 1973. And that's what's gone on this day, February 14th, country music history. It's 6:30. Here's news.
Every which way.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
A Kentucky lawmaker has unveiled a bill looking to transform child care in the Bluegrass State with a price tag of $300 million. Senator Danny Carroll's Horizons Act will put the money in action to form a restricted fund to create more early childhood education programs and half of that $300 million bill towards its child care initiatives per year. If passed, it will begin in the next 2-year budget cycle, which begins in July. People in support of restoring abortion access across Kentucky rallied at the state capitol on Tuesday. As current rules stand, women in the Bluegrass State cannot get an abortion unless their life is in danger. The nonprofit Planned Parenthood Alliance Associates helped organize the Reproductive Freedom Rally. The nonprofit states that about 3,000 rape-related pregnancies in the Commonwealth have happened since Roe v. Wade was overturned. Democratic senators have filed a bill adding exceptions to the current abortion law for rape and incest, but has not made any traction after the filing. An Ashland man is heading to federal prison for 45 years following a guilty plea to child pornography charges. 28-year-old William Ferguson pled guilty to 2 counts of producing child pornography in 2022. When police interviewed Ferguson, a consensual search of his phone revealed multiple images of him sexually assaulting a minor child. Ferguson then admitted his role in the assault. A man from Lexington accused of running a stolen vehicle through an entrance of Fayette Mall on Friday is now behind bars. 30-year-old Shaheem Anderson is facing charges of fleeing evading police, reckless driving, burglary, receiving stolen property, and possession of a controlled substance. Fayette Mall officials are estimating the damage done to the entrance between $10,000 and $1 million, with the damage to the stolen vehicle about $5,000. Anderson pled not guilty to all charges on Tuesday. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Hello, this is Robert Wagner, General Manager of Hometown Radio. We love our listeners, and we know times are tough, so we wanted to do something big, so you could save money on local businesses. After several meetings, we could see no other way, so we opened Big Deals online store, selling gift certificates to local businesses. The gift certificates are just like cash. You buy full retail value gift certificates at a big discount.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Supplies limited, so hurry over to our online store at hometownlive.net and click on the Big Deals logo. Some restrictions may apply. Spend a few minutes now and save big tomorrow. Join other Hometown Radio listeners who are already shopping and saving at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
The Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
This Valentine's Day, love is in the air and on your plate at the Bread of Life Cafe in Liberty. Make this Valentine's Day dinner one to remember with the 2 can dine for $29.99 at the Bread of Life Cafe. Choose from an 8-ounce bourbon steak, pork tenderloin, fried grilled shrimp, or marinated chicken, served with a salad bar and side of your choice, roll or Texas toast, and drink, all just $29.99. Love is in the air and on your plate, Valentine's Day dinner at the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on 127. This lovely offer is good for to close the 14th through the 17th.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. At the Nutrition Center, we strive to help our customers achieve optimal health. From our high-quality collagen proteins to our immune system support vitamins, we are here to help you and your family stay healthy all throughout the year. We provide locally raised, free-range meats, eggs, and fresh milk and organic produce boxes delivered weekly. Your locally owned Danville Nutrition Center is here to serve you. Visit us at 802 South 4th Street in Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Danville Boyle County Airport got a grant worth nearly $300,000 from the Federal Aviation Administration. The Advocate Messenger reports the $294,000 grant will help overhaul critical infrastructure at the airport and is funded through the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. The act was passed by the U.S. Senate in 2021 and gives Kentucky billions of federal dollars over a 5-year period to help improve the state's roads, bridges, airports, and more. Boyle and Mercer County State Senator Amanda Mace Bledsoe continues to rehab following an incident where she was kicked in the face by a horse. In an interview with WKYT, Bledsoe says she underwent emergency surgery where they put 28 screws and 6 plates to help hold her face together. She said she'll undergo another surgery this morning. She's also told Hometown Radio that she would resume her weekly interviews with WHIR and WHBN beginning next week. Bledsoe has been put on limited media availability as she continues to rehab from that accident. Kentucky State Police is now asking for the public's help in solving a cold case from Washington County. It happened in June of 2016 when a landowner found a vehicle parked on his property on Bardstown Road in Springfield while he was tending to his farm. That landowner approached the vehicle and found that it was running, then looked inside and found a man slumped over the driver's seat. That man was identified as Yoel Rayford, who had a single gunshot wound to his head. KSP regularly re-examines cold cases for possible new leads and are now looking for anyone with information that may have possible new leads. More jobs are coming to Somerset. It was announced that Bosch Berries, an international grower and distributor of bell peppers, blackberries, and strawberries, will be located in a new greenhouse operation in Somerset. That $50 million investment will create 28 full-time jobs in Kentucky. They'll use the previously established App Harvest facility in Somerset to locate the company's first greenhouse operation in the U.S. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, you see a huge group of people, and maybe they're in line to do something, and they seem happy about it. You have to wonder, okay, what am I missing? What's going on here? What are these people excited about? Well, in this case, it's thousands of people, and they're joining MediShare. Why? Well, MediShare is a much more affordable alternative to health insurance. It's reliable, too. It's a well-run community of Christians. They've been sharing each other's medical expenses for more than 30 years, so it's proven. And if you switch, you'll likely save hundreds of dollars a month. Most members wind up paying about half what they used to. And you know what? They find they like it better. MediShare's member satisfaction rate is 98%. That's way better than health insurance, as you might imagine. You don't have to pay for things you don't believe in. You get telehealth 24/7, huge freedom in choosing your doctors. At least check into it. This may be one of those things where you're like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Why not start saving now? Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
The 2024-25 FAFSA is changing. Students complete the FAFSA to apply for financial aid to help pay for college. What's changing? The FAFSA is more user-friendly, and more students will be eligible for aid than ever before. Because of the changes, the FAFSA may not be available until late December 2023. What's not changing? There's help. There are Kia counselors and others who are ready to help you complete the FAFSA. You're not in this alone. For more info, text MONEY to 1-800-928-8926. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at ADA Heating and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA's always on the way. Call them 859-519-6382. And that's how you get in touch with ADA Heating and Air. Sunny today, a high of 56. A low tonight, 39. Sunshine tomorrow, 57 is your high. And on Friday, mostly cloudy and a high of 50. Right now, it's Wednesday, February 14th. It's 32 degrees. Wind chill feels like 25 right here in Danville. Phone number to call in this morning is 238-WHIR. Hey, coming up here in about 10 minutes or so, 5 or 10 minutes, we're going to have Keenan and Coleman Stewart on the show. They are two members of the Boyle County Bass Fishing Team, and they're currently doing a fundraising campaign to help with their upcoming spring season. They just completed their fall season before winter break and now beginning their spring season, and excited about that. We'll have Keenan and Coleman in here coming up in about 5-10 minutes or so here on the Joe Show on WHIR. So make sure you hang in there and tune in for that interview and see how you can help out the Boyle County High School Bass Fishing Team. Right now it's 6:39. Here's Larry Vaught with Vaught's Views. What's up, Larry?
Vaught's Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
Sunday's NBA All-Star Game will have a lot of interest for some Kentucky basketball fans, as 7 former Wildcats were selected to participate in the league's showcase game, and with the game in Indianapolis, it would not surprise me to see a lot of UK fans there. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander will be a starter for the Western Conference. Devin Booker, Anthony Davis, and Karl Anthony Towns will all be reserves on his team. The Eastern Conference will have former UK stars Bam Adebayo, Tyrese Maxey, and Julius Randle. Not only did I get to see all these players play at Kentucky, but I also got to see Gilgeous-Alexander, Booker, and Maxey play at the Marshall County Hoop Fest, and that just makes it even better for me. Maxey has blossomed into a big-time star with the Philadelphia 76ers. He was picked 21st in the 2020 draft after averaging 14 points in 34 minutes per game in his one season playing for Coach John Calipari in Lexington.
Vaught's Views will return in a moment.
Raider Auction Company will conduct a winter farm equipment auction Friday, February 23rd at 8 a.m. at 1010 Skyline Drive, Hopkinsville. Selling will be tractors, combines, corn and grain heads, drills, hay and tilling equipment, planters, rotary mowers, spray equipment, industrial equipment, hundreds of items sale day. For more info or to consign, call Delbert Raider at 270-881-2610. Financing is available. Raider Auction Company Winter Farm Equipment Auction, Friday, February 23rd, 8 a.m. 1010 Skyline Drive, Hopkinsville. That's Raider Auction Company, ROEDER.
I knew Devin Booker was a special scorer when I saw him at Marshall County. He was the SEC Sixth Man of the Year for UK's 38-1 team and hit 58 three-pointers. He was the 13th pick by Phoenix at the 2015 draft and is one of the NBA's biggest stars. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was the 11th pick in the 2018 draft. Today, he's as good as anyone in the NBA, and I'm still thrilled I got to see him play when he's a relative unknown at Marshall County.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
Larry Vaughn, Vaughn's Views, Mondays through Fridays in the Joe Show at this time on this Wednesday morning, February the 14th. Hey, today, Valentine's Day, of course, February 14th. President Joe Biden wants to make sure you're ready for Valentine's Day. You can get the Biden bouquet today.
Hi, folks. It's President Biden, the president, and today's Valentine's Day. Did you forget? Then you need the Biden Forget-Me-Nots bouquet, man. It's a bouquet with the flowers, and each one comes with a message from me, Joe Biden, man.
Here you go, honey. Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, wow, they're beautiful. And there's a card. Dear Janice, or whatever your name is, Happy Easter. Is it Easter? What day is it? Where am I?
Keep reading.
Oh, right, man. It's Valentine's Day with the thing. You know the thing, man. Flowers are nice. That's why I got them for you. Or no, your husband did. And happy day with the Valentine... What? And happy day with the flowers, man. Hunter's a good boy.
It goes on like this for a few pages, but you get the idea.
So what are you waiting for? Get the Biden Forget-Me-Nots bouquet or whatever I called it before, man. Call the number on your screen. No, wait. This is radio. Call 1-892... Maybe there's a 5 in there. Oh, hell, Jilly knows. Just call now, man.
There you go, 6:42 in the morning. We're skipping over good news this morning. Going to go straight into PRN's Garage Pass. Then we're talking with the Stewart brothers after that about the Boyle County High School upcoming spring bass fishing season and what we can do to help. It's coming up right after this.
Changing the formula, changing your strategy wins you championships.
Daytona 500 qualifying is always really important to Mr. Hendrick.
My favorite thing about the Daytona 500, hands down, driver intros.
My dad said, well, look, my son's moving out. He can move into David's room.
Mark Caro and PRN's Garage Pass.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
When it comes to maintaining your engine to run at peak performance, trust Z-Max Micro Lubricant. Z-Max soaks into metal, and it's so easy to add to your oil or gas to disperse carbon buildup in your engine, fuel system, and transmission. Protect your vehicle's engine to the max with Z-Max. That's Z-Max Micro Lubricant, available at your favorite auto parts store.
Denny Hamlin got the year off on a winning note, taking the victory in the non-points race at the LA Coliseum. Now he's heading for Daytona to get the real season underway, setting new goals as he chases his first Cup Series title.
We've obviously seen that the formula to winning a championship doesn't necessarily run through being dominant through the entire season. You just have to be dominant or really great those last 5 to 6 races. So changing the formula, changing your strategy to doing that wins you championships.
Daytona 500 qualifying takes place Wednesday night with Hendrick Motorsports going after a record-extending 17th pole position in the Great American Race and their 9th in the last 10 years. Alex Bowman has captured 3 Daytona 500 poles, including 2023, and admits it's a top priority for Mr. H.
Yeah, for sure. I think Daytona 500 qualifying is always really important to Mr. Hendrick, so we do our best to make it happen. Obviously, we've qualified really well there the entire time I've driven for HMS, so we always go down there with really fast Chevys.
Now, a number of top drivers have never won the Daytona 500, including Brad Keselowski, who is 0 for 14.
My favorite thing about the Daytona 500 is, hands down, the walk down the stage for driver intros. You know, I haven't been in the Cup Series for 13, 14 years now. Still gives me chills. And then the least part is almost always the same. It's leaving the Daytona 500, like driving out of the tunnel, having not won it, and how deflating that is.
Progressive knows we're all trying to save right now.
So, no pick sixes, no blitzes, no sacks.
Nope, none of that. But there's this cool move called a balestra. Oh, I think that was it. Or maybe it was that? I don't know, I'm still learning.
So, fencing tickets are cheaper than football, huh?
Yeah, but hey, now we know what a counter parry is.
Do we?
Progressive offers you savings without sacrifice. So save big when you bundle home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
We told you yesterday how veteran David Reagan is driving a third car for RFK Racing in the Daytona 500, teaming up with Chris Buescher, who as a teenager literally took his place in the Reagan home as he began his NASCAR career.
I was becoming a man and moving out of my parents' house, and he moved right into my bedroom. I don't even think we changed the sheets on the bed, or I think some of my clothes were still in the drawers. My mom helped him with his homeschool, and I think my dad was the drill sergeant and made him wake up in the mornings. He actually helped do all my chores. He took over cutting the grass, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun to watch Chris grow up.
Mark Garrow and TRN's Garage Pass, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Bundle home and auto and save. Visit progressive.com.
There you go. PRN's Garage Pass Tuesdays through Fridays. It didn't come on Mondays. Tuesdays through Fridays at this time here on The Joe Show. It's 6:46 in the morning, and we are so glad to have in studio Keenan and Coleman Stewart, the Stewart brothers from Boyle County High School and the bass fishing program. And this sport continues to take off and rise in popularity, certainly on the high school level and the college level as well. Keenan and Coleman, appreciate you all being on. How are you all doing this morning?
Doing good. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, appreciate it. So, if you're watching the live stream on Facebook, we have the Stewart brothers, one to our right in a black sweatshirt, the other one to the left in a gray sweatshirt. So, introduce each one of you individually yourselves.
My name's Keenan Stewart. I go to Boyle County High School, and I fish on the bass fishing team.
Okay.
My name's Coleman Stewart, and same as him, I also go to Boyle and fish on the team.
Yeah, both seniors, correct?
Yes, sir. Yep.
So it's 6:48 in the morning. So is this? I mean, this is like prime waking up time to go fishing, right? But like this isn't a fishing day. This is a school day. So this is early for you all, right?
This is early for a school day, but I would not say this is early for a fishing day.
What do you typically wake up for in a fishing day? I guess it depends on where you're going, but
yeah, for a tournament it could be 4
o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. What time do you all hit the water?
We usually get there an hour before sunrise.
Okay.
So
that's what time That's what time the tournament starts.
No, the tournament starts right at sunrise. Maybe a little after.
So when you all get to a place to like, it's an hour before sunrise. Do you get on the water? Like, is it like you're walking the field like in football or baseball? Do you get to like scout out places beforehand, or are you on the water the first time and that's where you figure out where you want to go?
Well, practice is on you before the tournament. So I mean, generally we practice the weekend before the tournament and whatever else we can. If it's a new body of water, we'll try to get on it a few more times than that. But.
Okay, so you go into a new body of water and you can get out there any time before the tournament. Once the tournament starts, like that day, it's sunrise. You can't get on it beforehand.
For a regular high school tournament, there's no off limits periods. But for like the national championship, you can't be on the lake for like 3 weeks before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So the way bass fishing works, if I understand it, you all please correct me if I'm wrong, is there's 2 different seasons. There's a fall season and a spring season.
Yeah, that's correct.
It's all in the same season. It's just 2 different times.
So there's no like fall state championship.
No.
It just carries over into the spring. So how many tournaments did you all fish in the fall?
8 or 10.
I don't know if it was that many.
So
around that.
Could you hypothetically have an awesome fall season and then have a terrible spring season but still make the state tournament because of what you did in the fall?
Well, the state tournament is all dependent on the regional championship.
Okay.
So, I mean...
That's one tournament.
Yeah, that's one tournament in the spring, and if you do so good in that, you go to state.
So, could you just do awful all season long and then make the region tournament anyway, and then just fish great in the region tournament and make state despite like not being able to catch a thing in the fall and the spring?
That is possible, yes.
That's interesting. So, if you don't mind me asking you this, what's the point of all the other tournaments then if you can still qualify for the region?
Well, there's Angler of the Year, so each like trail has their Angler of the Year, and then you fish different tournaments for that, and the Angler of the Year decides whether you go to nationals or not.
How big are these tournaments you won't fish in? Like a typical.
I think the average we fished was like 80, and the biggest we fished was 207 boats in one tournament.
and that's a high school bass fishing tournament.
Yes.
So like 207 boats. You all may send Boyle County may send what, like 15 boats or something.
On the high end, yes.
Okay, and then another school may send 15. Another school may send 12,
Yep.
and then it just all adds
Yep.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so who are some of the like when you think of high school bass fishing teams then in the state? Who are some of like the ones that are really good? So like Boyle County is. I mean, you think high school football, you think Boyle County, right? So
Yeah.
who's the Boyle County football of bass fishing? Boyle County?
I think around here, Boyle County is
Okay.
the top dog. But if you go to the state tournament at Kentucky Lake, a lot of those schools around there, like Muhlenberg County,
Pretty good.
they're pretty good. They usually do good every year.
Is it pretty much those schools that are located near lakes that are good? I mean, because they get a chance to fish more often at their home lake, so to
At
say?
Kentucky Lake, definitely. But
Okay.
around here, everybody's pretty close. Everybody's equally as good, I would say.
I would assume you all's home lake is Harrington.
No.
So technically it is, but I mean we go the most to Lake Cumberland.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would consider Cumberland our home lake.
We don't go to Harrington very often.
So do you all feel like most at home at Lake Cumberland?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
So like you all, if I say let's go to Lake Cumberland right now, you all would take me directly to the spot where you all would go for a bass fishing tournament, or maybe not because that's you all's like honey hole.
Well, kinda. I mean, I'd go to a spot where I feel like it's a high percentage spot to catch some fish.
but, okay.
It's different every day, though.
Yeah.
You know.
The different time of year kind of changes where where I would think the fish would be and where I'd go fishing.
So let's talk about the spring season coming up now. When does that start?
I think our first tournament's like March.
It's in March.
Early mid March, like March 10th, somewhere around there.
And you all both play baseball, right?
Yes.
So how do you balance baseball with bass fishing?
Well,
it can be hard.
Yeah, it's
but
hard.
Most of the time, we prioritize like our fishing tournament. So if there's a fishing tournament coming up that isn't a huge deal that we have to fish, we will go to baseball. But if it's like a mandatory and it's a crucial tournament for us, sometimes we'll have to miss a practice or something like that.
Well, the fishing tournaments are on Saturdays usually.
Yeah.
So does
That helps.
Coach Blair, like if he's scheduling a Saturday game, like you'll just schedule it later in the day or something like that, or?
Well, we've had to miss a game before for a really important tournament, but that's usually as long as you communicate with your coach and we can usually get everything sorted out before the season starts.
Okay.
With schedules.
Yeah.
So that helps a lot.
So you got how many fishing tournaments this spring?
I want to say it's close to 10.
Okay, so you fish. Let's say it's 10. You fish in 10. Does that include region?
Yes.
Okay, so region be 1,
Yep.
and then how do you qualify for state?
You qualify for state through the region. You got to come in top 10%, or is it 10% right?
10 or 20%.
Usually it's generally around top 15.
Okay, and so top 15% from each region make it to state, or top 15% across all the regions?
No, it's each region.
Okay.
And then state. How many states usually has? The state usually has like
100
something boats.
110,
yeah.
120 boats.
Yeah.
I feel like fishing would be one of those sports that were like, I mean, you could be so well prepared and come in and the fish just aren't biting.
Yeah,
Right?
that
I mean, how
happens
frustrating
all
is
the
that,
time.
right? Like, I mean, at least in baseball, you're going to come up in each at bat and the pitcher may miss 1 or 2 spots per at bat and you'll have something to hit. Right, you all may be hitting your spot every single time when you're on the lake, and the fish just aren't cooperating with you.
Yep.
So what do you do?
Well, you just gotta, I guess, adapt and figure out how to catch what you can. I mean, just a little bit better than everybody else.
That's true, because if you all are struggling, then everybody else may be struggling
Yeah.
too. So it's not like you have to have this certain huge, extraordinary number of pounds for each fishing tournament. You just got to have a little bit more than the other person.
Right. Yep, that's right.
So what's the best tournament you all fished in terms of the number? Because you all are partners, right?
Yep.
You have 2 in each boat.
Yep.
So in terms of cumulative poundage, is that how it's done?
Yeah.
Or do you keep us just a certain amount, or?
It's 5 fish limit. You can keep 5 fish over a certain length, and
Okay.
that would be considered a keeper.
Okay, so has there ever been a tournament where, like, Keenan or Coleman, where one of you all are, like, fishing and the other one keeps on getting the big ones?
Yes.
And then you look at your brother and say, you going to help me out here?
Yes,
What's going on?
That has happened.
Okay, and it just depends on the day, right?
Yep.
Like, it could be Keenan one Saturday, it could be Coleman the next Saturday.
That does happen.
Yeah. So the state tournament is at Kentucky Lake?
Yes.
And that is how big?
Between 100 and 120 boats.
So you'll find a spot to fish, right? do you look over and see the other boats where they're fishing too?
Yeah, sometimes. Yep.
Okay.
If you're in the right spot, sometimes they're in the right spot.
Are they like watching you all and you all watching them to see if you all are pulling anything, and then you're trying to go find a spot similar to what they have if they are?
Not really.
No, not really.
I mean, sometimes we watch them to see like how they're doing or whatever. If they're in a spot that we want to be in, we'll see if they're catching any fish just looking at them. But most of the time, you know, we got our own plan and they got their own plan. And
how often do you catch something that's not a bass?
That depends on the lake.
It depends on what bait you're throwing too. Not very often.
So like you don't catch like a bluegill or something like that, or a catfish?
Catfish sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, a few catfish. Like when we fished on the Mississippi River this past summer, we caught like 12 different species of fish.
Yeah.
You don't use live bait?
No.
Okay, what type of bait do you use?
It's artificial.
Artificial lures.
Yeah.
Okay, lures and stuff like that. All right, so obviously the sport is getting bigger. KCSAA, I don't say mandated, but brought bass fishing in to their fold years and years ago, and it's becoming more and more popular. So popular, in fact, that you can get college scholarships for bass fishing, right?
Yep.
And one of the biggest and best bass fishing colleges is at Campbellsville.
That's right.
They top 5 team in the nation?
Yep.
Like
they're number 6 right now.
That's regardless of like NAIA, NCAA, all of that. Like they're number 5 or 6 in the nation.
Yep.
You are interested in going to Campbellsville, right? Maybe potentially.
Yeah, that's our number one plan right now. That's kind of what we've decided.
So how do you show off to the bass fishing coaches that you all are good at bass fishing? Just by going to these tournaments and then they look at the numbers?
They'll come. The coaches will come to some tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and you can kind of talk to them and get familiar with them at tournaments.
How can we, as listeners of this show, support the bass fishing team? Because you think of high school sports, you think football, basketball, baseball, softball, things like that. Bass fishing probably isn't at the top of our mind. You all are doing a fundraising campaign right now.
We are. It's on our Facebook. We're doing a snap raise, and you can find it on our Boyle County High School Bass Fishing Facebook page.
Okay, what does snap raise mean?
It's basically a company that we kind of partner with, and they send out messages to people we put down and talking about our team and donations.
Okay, so just someone who's listening, if they have $20 they want to donate to the bass fishing team, what do you all use that money for?
That money goes to, actually, we just bought a new boat.
Okay.
So, some of that money went to that, different kind of team events, things like that.
Yeah, we have a trailer and all our equipment. We buy scales and all that, so money goes to stuff like that and helping out kids on the team.
Okay, best tournament you all have ever fished in weight-wise, what was it? Kept 5 fish, what was the cumulative weight?
I think our best, around 15.
Yeah, 15 something.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, what's like the worst? Have you all ever had a tournament where like you didn't catch anything?
Yeah, we've had a tournament where we did not weigh in a single fish.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
Everybody.
I'm sure.
Not all the time for us. But
but it happens to people. Yeah. I mean, that's like my thing about going hunting, right? Like you can spend all day out there in the tree stand and see absolutely nothing.
There'll always be a team that doesn't weigh fish.
Yeah. And that just happens sometimes, and you hope it doesn't happen to you all, but sometimes it does. Yeah. Mm-hmm. How long are you all on the lake? How long do tournaments last?
The tournament is from like 7 to 3.
Do you ever get hungry?
Oh yeah.
So what do you take to eat?
Lots of snacks.
Pimento cheese sandwiches or something like that?
No, usually it's something quick, something easy, like
So you won't see it like if you can't sit down and eat a bologna sandwich because it'd take you 15 minutes or whatever, and that's 15 minutes you lost, and who's to say you may have caught what you needed in that 15 minutes you're eating your bologna sandwich.
A lot of the times I try and eat like during boat rides, like when we're
when you're actually going to a spot or something like that. Grab something that whoever's driving the boat's driving, you are eating trail mix or whatever it may be. Keenan and Coleman Stewart, they are seniors of the Boyle County High School Bass Fishing Team. Again, they would love for you all to donate. Help out the bass fishing team. You can do that by going to the Boyle County High School Bass Fishing Team Facebook page. There is a link there to donate. You can also PayPal at BCHS Bass Fishing. At BCHS Bass Fishing on PayPal. Their Snap Raise campaign is underway to help benefit Boyle County High School bass fishing. Spring season starts March the 16th. They're hoping to send at least 5 boats to the state finals like you all did last year. There's the national tournament as well, I believe in South Carolina, Lake Hartwell in South Carolina, and you all qualified for that last year, correct?
In the fall. We already qualified for it this year too. So
okay, so you're already in based on what you did in the fall.
Yeah.
So that's why the fall season is important too, right?
Yes, the fall season is very important.
So look, we're rooting for you all. Excited. Can people come out and watch bass fishing tournaments? How would that work? I mean,
sometimes people put in their boats and they'll be on the water with you and follow you around and watch.
Just to
fish.
watch.
Yeah.
Your parents do that, or
parents don't.
My mom does not. My dad is the boat captain. So
does he ever offer you all tips? He's kind of like is he kind of like the coach, or does he just drive the boat?
He just drives the boat.
All right. So he's not offering you all tips.
No.
Okay. You all got this figured out, is what you say. Dad, we know what we're doing here.
That's right. Yeah.
Keenan and Coleman Stewart, you can check them out on the baseball field as well. They both play high school baseball for Boyle County, and they're poised to have a great season as well, the Baseball Rebels. Boyle County High School Bass Fishing. Again, go to Facebook, Boyle County High School Bass Fishing, and donate via the link there in their Facebook page or PayPal at BCHS Bass Fishing. Keenan and Coleman, appreciate you all being on. Now, do you all have to go to school now, or do you have like a first period off? Or I know you're seniors, so
we have
first and second
online college classes, first and second period, so I don't have to be at school till 10:30.
Okay, what are you all taking? What's your college classes?
Humanities and communications for me.
I got communications, and I have a history class.
So this will go to college credit then?
Yep.
There you go. College. Smart fellas as well. Appreciate you all being on. Good luck this season. Look forward to seeing you all during the baseball season as well.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having us.
Keenan and Coleman Stewart, they are Boyle County High School Bass Fishing seniors. It's 7:02 in the morning and 34 degrees here in Danville.
I was racing just making spaghetti. I could have waited to tell my doctor, but I didn't wait.
I was short of breath just reading a book. I could have delayed telling my doctor, but I didn't wait.
They told their doctors and found out they have atrial fibrillation, a condition which makes it about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you have one or more of these symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, this is no time to wait. Contact your doctor.
Brought to you by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
At CDW, we get that in business, the only certainty is uncertainty.
I agree. Or do I? I do, I think.
Well, an APC micro data center solution implemented by the experts at CDW provides certainty that your infrastructure will deliver the performance and support your business needs. So you're ready for anything.
I'm somewhat, maybe reasonably confident. That sounds great.
IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Find out more at cdw.com/APC.
New developments early today on 4 migrants linked to the melee near Times Square that left 2 officers injured late last month. Andrew Whitman reports.
Police now say one of the migrants who was arrested, then released without bail, is a suspect in a robbery at a Queens Macy's Tuesday night. They say Darwin Gomez Isquiel may be part of the group that also attacked a security guard at the Queens Center Mall. The suspect also has dyed blonde hair. He's one of the men police said had fled to California, as were 2 others who were picked up by ICE agents in the city Tuesday.
This is The Daily Show with your host, Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart is giving Comedy Central its biggest ratings in nearly 6 years. Paramount Global says nearly 2 million people tuned into the cable network Monday night to see Jon Stewart return to The Daily Show, bringing the network its largest audience since March of 2018. Stewart left the satirical news program back in 2015 and spent much of Monday's show criticizing both President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump for their advanced age. Stewart said they're both stretching the limits of being able to handle the toughest job in the world. With Valentine's Day upon us, authorities are warning of romance scams on dating apps and online sites. Falling for romance scams is costing a lot more than just some heartbreak, and FBI Supervisory Special Agent Stephen Shapiro says seniors are particularly susceptible to these types of scams.
Of most concern to us are the victims that are seniors. They may be living on fixed incomes, they may be isolated or lonely.
Romance scammers commonly create fake profiles on dating sites and apps, and once they establish a relationship and build trust with their victims, they'll ask for money. To avoid these scams, authorities are advising those who are looking for love on apps or online sites never to send money to anyone you don't know, and think twice before sharing personal information online. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Hello, this is Robert Wagner, General Manager of Hometown Radio.
We love our listeners, and we know times are tough, so we wanted to do something big, so you could save money on local businesses. After several meetings, we could see no other way, so we opened Big Deals Online Store, selling gift certificates to local businesses. The gift certificates are just like cash. You buy full retail value gift certificates at a big discount.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Supplies limited, so hurry over to our online store at hometownlive.net and click on the Big Deals logo. Some restrictions may apply. Spend a few minutes now and save big tomorrow. Join other Hometown Radio listeners who are already shopping and saving at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
The Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Hi, this is Karen, and at ADA Heating and Air, we offer free estimates on replacements. We install American Standard heating and air conditioning equipment. Our employees do not work on commission, so you don't pay for unnecessary repairs. We offer the best pricing around. On average, we can save you 15%. We offer same or next day service. Financing is available on our website at adaheatingandair.com. Call ADA today for all your HVAC needs at 859-519-6382. ADA is on the way.
Good morning to you folks. Wednesday, February 14th, 021424. On your calendar, a day where we get sunshine on this Valentine's Day. 56 is your high. Forecast is coming your way. News is first, brought to you by Stuart Powell Ford.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager at Stuart Powell Ford Mazda here in Danville, where we make it easy to do business with us. I want to let you know that we are now offering free pickup and delivery in our quick lane within 20 miles of Danville. Give us a call at 859-238-1190. We will schedule your vehicle for pickup, perform the service requested, and return it to you.
Come to Stuart Powell, we can do business.
Ford Lincoln Mazda. This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
The Danville-Boyle County Airport got a grant worth nearly $300,000 from the Federal Aviation Administration. The Advocate Messenger reports the $294,000 grant will help overhaul critical infrastructure at the airport and is funded through the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. The act was passed by the U.S. Senate in 2021 and gives Kentucky billions of federal dollars over a 5-year period to help improve the state's roads, bridges, airports, and more. Boyle and Mercer County State Senator Amanda Mace Bledsoe continues to rehab following an incident where she was kicked in the face by a horse. In an interview with WKYT, Bledsoe says she underwent emergency surgery where they put 28 screws and 6 plates to help hold her face together. She said she'll undergo another surgery this morning. She's also told Hometown Radio that she would resume her weekly interviews with WHIR and WHBN beginning next week. Bledsoe has been put on limited media availability as she continues to rehab from that accident. Kentucky State Police is now asking for the public's help in solving a cold case from Washington County. It happened in June of 2016 when a landowner found a vehicle parked on his property on Bardstown Road in Springfield while he was tending to his farm. That landowner approached the vehicle and found that it was running, then looked inside and found a man slumped over the driver's seat. That man was identified as Yoel Rayford, who had a single gunshot wound to his head. KSP regularly re-examines cold cases for possible new leads and are now looking for anyone with information that may have possible new leads. More jobs are coming to Somerset. It was announced that Bosch Berries, an international grower and distributor of bell peppers, blackberries, and strawberries, will be located in a new greenhouse operation in Somerset. That $50 million investment will create 28 full-time jobs in Kentucky. They'll use the previously established App Harvest facility in Somerset to locate the company's first greenhouse operation in the U.S. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean. Come on, Boyle County, reduce, reuse, recycle. Let's work together to keep our county beautiful. Load your car, trailer, or pickup truck. Our recycling center will sort your stuff. Don't just throw it away when you can recycle it today. Boyle County's our home, so
this is Toby from Wendy's, and this is everything in our new loaded breakfast burrito. 2 fresh cracked eggs, 6 strips of bacon, seasoned breakfast potatoes, cheese sauce, tortilla. Whew, now that's a breakfast burrito. Only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at ADA Heating and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is always on the way. Call them 859-519-6382, and that's ADA Heating and Air. Sunshine, a high of 56, a low tonight 40. Tomorrow sunny and 57. Friday mostly cloudy and 50 is your high. It's 7:11 in the morning right now, 34 degrees. Boyle County State Representative Daniel Elliott joins the fray. Good morning, Daniel. How are you?
Hey, Joe. Good morning. Doing okay. How are you?
Doing great, Daniel. Doing good. Just had a couple of members from the Boyle County High School bass fishing team on the show. Daniel, when you were in high school, even when I was in high school, bass fishing was not a KHSAA sport. Pretty cool it is now. Are you a fisherman, Daniel?
You know, I was when I was younger. Really enjoyed it a lot, and I don't have time to do anything like that now. But yeah, I always did enjoy fishing.
Yeah, it certainly is a sport that requires patience. I think that's where it loses me. You can be out there all day long and not catch a thing, and I'm just like, what have I done? My entire day I've sat on this body of water and not caught a lick. But when you're as good as Keenan and Coleman Stewart, that hardly happens to you. They know how to fish.
Yeah, I see a lot of people, fishing out at Millennium Park in the lake.
Yeah.
Even, in some of the colder days, you'll see folks out there fishing.
Yes.
So
They're loyal, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sure are.
Hey, Daniel, let me ask you about this. What's called Horizons Act that was introduced by one of your cohorts in the Senate, Republican Danny Carroll. $300 million towards transforming child care in the state. One of the things the bill would do is create a restricted fund to foster innovation in early childhood education programs, which means that various businesses and schools will be able to create an on-site child care facility to serve their employees. So this would transform child care in the state of Kentucky. $300 million price tag on this, Daniel. This is, again, a state Senate bill right now. Have you seen this Horizons Act, and what do you think about it?
I saw, a press release on it briefly last night. I haven't read the bill, but it's a fairly bold proposal, I think.
Yeah.
And we do know that child care and cost of child care, the accessibility of it is becoming more and more of an issue in the state for our workforce. And he's the chairman of the Families and Children's Committee in the Senate, and I'm on the House version of the Families and Children Committee. So
okay.
We've heard a lot of discussion over the summer and the fall of last year from all throughout the state, really, those who, run their own, private daycare centers and child care centers, that it's just hard for them to make it in terms of funding. And so we've, looked at various ways to improve that situation. I know Chamber of Commerce has been supportive of what he's trying to do. So I'm open to it. Obviously, I think that some people take the position that government is not that's not where government should be in the private sector in that area. But I think we do have some challenges with child care and accessibility, and if folks don't have the ability to parents don't have child care, a lot of times they can't work. So
yeah. Well, let me ask you this, Daniel. I know Governor Beshear has proposed universal pre-K. He would want that mandated. I don't know what the price tag would be on what his idea behind universal pre-K would be, but this kind of sounds like an alternative to that, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's exactly right. I think it does have some support. Obviously, I think this has some support for sure, and we'll see where it goes in the Senate. I don't know if he has the votes to pass it down there, but I don't think we have a House version of what he's doing. So we'll just kind of watch it and see.
Daniel, what else happened there yesterday on the House floor that you all took care of business there yesterday?
We had 3 bills, Joe, and one of the 3 was debated pretty heavily, and it was a bill related to metro government in Louisville and Jefferson County. It was a pretty comprehensive bill. A couple of the provisions would change the mayoral elections and council elections to nonpartisan races. Those were, fairly heavily debated in terms of whether or not, we should be doing that or what have you. It did pass. There was a commission that was, I think, 5 Republicans, 5 Democrats, and 5 independents that had met throughout the interim period mainly in Jefferson County to try to determine, what should be done with their elections, and then also there was part of this was set up a commission to review property value assessments from the Jefferson County PVA. So it was a fairly comprehensive bill, and it did pass. And there was some debate as to whether or not it was whether it should have been put on a ballot and ratified by the people of Jefferson County, which of course 20 plus years ago they merged Louisville and Jefferson County together by a vote that was put before the people there based upon what the General Assembly and the governor had done back then. So that was pretty contentious and sort of an interesting discussion to have when it deals with just one area of the state.
Yeah. So there you go. Boyle County and Casey County State Rep Daniel Elliott. Daniel, anything you think that you all have left this week that will hit the House floor?
Joe, of course, our committees continue to meet throughout the week. Yesterday was day 30 of 60.
Well,
so we're halfway through at this point, and that's a fairly big milestone for us. But there's nothing coming, at least today, that I think will be probably newsworthy.
Okay. Now, are you all off on Monday with it being President's Day?
Yes, we are off on Monday.
Okay, So I was going to say, it seems like in previous sessions there were some days you all had off, and looking at this year's session, I can't remember any days that you had off. So I knew there had to be some coming up, and President's Day, I guess, is kind of the real first holiday you all have since you've been in session.
Right.
MLK Jr. Day, too.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Those are 2 days that we have. But, we and then later on we'll have, I don't think we'll have that veto period, but it's pretty solid in terms of day after day.
Yeah.
Till we get to that veto period.
Boyle and Casey County State Rep Daniel Elliott. Daniel, we appreciate your time being on. What time do you all gavel into session this morning?
Actually 2.
Or this afternoon, 2 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good stuff. Daniel, appreciate it. Safe travels. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning, okay?
Thanks, Joe.
All right, Daniel.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Daniel Elliott, Boyle and Casey County State Representative. 7:20 in the morning. We're talking Boyle County girls basketball with Brian Britt. What a great game they had yesterday against Danville Christian Academy. A game they trailed 14-2 at the end of the first quarter. And with 59 seconds left in that game, DCA led 51-48, and Boyle County had the basketball with a chance to tie. And what a game it was. Awesome game. Exciting stuff yesterday in girls basketball. We'll see what Coach Bird has to say about it coming up Next.
This Steve Bertram Sports Report is a service of Stuart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the Danville Bypass and online at stuartpowell.com.
It's all about you and Stuart Powell.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager at Stuart Powell Ford, where we make it easy to do business with us. Our team is dedicated to providing you with a hassle-free experience from start to finish. Whether you're in the market for a new vehicle or need to get your current vehicle serviced, we have you covered. Stop by and see how easy we make it at 225 South Danville Bypass or anytime at stuartpowellford.com.
Stuart Powell, Ford Lincoln Mazda.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Last night in men's college hoops action, number 22 Kentucky played decently against a good SEC team and defeated Ole Miss 75-63. It's the first time the team has been at full strength this year, as Trey Mitchell returned and played well, but suffered a shoulder injury in the second half and left the game. Antonio Reeves led 4 Wildcats in double figures with 15. Ugana Onyenso almost had a double-double with 8 points and 10 blocked shots. UK shot 52% from the field and out-rebounded the Rebels 37-34, but committed 15 turnovers. Kentucky visits number 13 Auburn Saturday evening on Z105. In other SEC action last night, Florida nipped LSU 82-80, and Vanderbilt surprised Texas A&M 74-73. In the ACC, Syracuse upset number 7 North Carolina 86-79. Louisville lost at Boston College 89-77. In women's action, Transylvania won its 57th consecutive game 88-47 over Franklin. The Lady Pioneers close out the season on the road at Earlham Friday night. In boys high school hoops last night, it was DCA 50, Boyle County 44, Russell County 53, Danville 44, Tates Creek 47, Garrett County 43, and Anderson County 62, West Jessamine 50. In girls action, it was DCA 53, Boyle County 48, and Anderson County 43, Great Crossing 33. Center College closes out its regular season tonight at home with a men's and women's doubleheader against Sewanee. Center women play at 5. The men take the floor around 7. Both center teams play in the Southern Athletic Association postseason tournament this weekend. And that's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, you see a huge group of people and maybe they're in line to do something and they seem happy about it. You have to wonder, okay, what am I missing? What's going on here? What are these people excited about? Well, in this case, it's thousands of people and they're joining MediShare. Why? Well, MediShare is a much more affordable alternative to health insurance. It's reliable, too. It's a well-run community of Christians. They've been sharing each other's medical expenses for more than 30 years, so it's proven. And if you switch, you'll likely save hundreds of dollars a month. Most members wind up paying about half what they used to. And you know what? They find they like it better. MediShare's member satisfaction rate is 98%. That's way better than health insurance, as you might imagine. You don't have to pay for things you don't believe in. You get telehealth 24/7, huge freedom in choosing your doctors. At least check into it. This may be one of those things where you're like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Why not start saving now? Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Hi, this is Karen, and at ADA Heating and Air, we offer free estimates on replacements. We install American Standard heating and air conditioning equipment. Our employees do not work on commission, so you don't pay for unnecessary repairs. We offer the best pricing around. On average, we can save you 15%. We offer same or next day service. Financing is available on our website at adaheatingandair.com. Call ADA today for all your HVAC needs at 859-519-6382. ADA is on the way.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Thank you there, Jackie Boy. Brought to you by our friends over at Coel Collision Center in Danville. They're on Lebanon Road. After a wreck, tell that tow truck driver, take your vehicle over to the experts. Brent and Devin at Coel Collision Center, Lebanon Road, right here in Danville. Sunshine, a high of 56. A low tonight, 39. Tomorrow, you get sunshine, 57. Friday, cloudy and 50. 7:25 in the morning right now, and we are welcoming onto the show Boyle County Lady Rebel coach Brian Britt. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Doing good, Joe. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Coach. Doing great. Appreciate you being on here this morning. And you rematched with DCA again last night, Coach, and it was kind of similar, at least some similarities to the first game where you all played, Coach, where it was really one bad quarter, and that quarter was the first quarter. You started off a little slow. After that, you outscored DCA. You were down, I think it was 14-2 at the end of the first. And then with 59 seconds to play in that game, you all had outscored DCA after that first quarter by 9 points total, second and third and the rest of the fourth. And you were down by 3 with a minute to go, and you had a chance to tie the game, Coach. And it's just one of those things where you look and you feel like you're so close to that really good DCA team. If you could put it together all 4 quarters, you give yourself a phenomenal chance to win if a third rematch comes.
Oh, yeah. They're 22 and 2, number 1 in the region right now. And first game, we shut down Grace. I think we held her to 11 points the first game.
Yeah.
A little bit different, not totally different, but a little bit different game plan coming in to this one as far as protecting that 3-point line. They hit 1-3 last night. Which,
wow.
They got 2 girls that sit in the corner, and everybody's focused on Grace. And Grace is going to get her 20, and then those 3-point shots, they're good for about 5 or 6 a game. So we were able to take away yet something different than we did the first game with the 3-point line against them, and did a phenomenal job. Grace had 26 last night. So, again, a little bit different game plan. Felt like it was a successful game plan. The biggest thing for us, there's 2 things. We did the same thing against Danville last time we played them. We started the game off a little slow, and those are things that with those 2 games that hopefully that we're living and learning that going into postseason it's got to be from start to finish. And everybody's so complimentary of the program and the change, and these girls are doing a phenomenal job. And we've concentrated on the defensive side of the ball and overall effort as far as making those changes with the program, and the girls have been phenomenal. The 4 seniors I have, Harper Coffey, Peyton Bug, Tarter, and Glasscock, they have come in and kind of set the precedence for this season and set the precedence for this program moving forward. And with the concentration on those, on the effort and on the defense side of the ball, we've now turned around and we're looking at the offensive side of the ball for these last couple of weeks of the season. It's hard to change everything in 1 year, but we've done what we needed to do to be successful, and hopefully the offensive side of the ball over these next 2 weeks can kind of close the gap with our defense. Just feeling comfortable. I think anybody that is watching the game, including the boys' side, whenever you have 6'6" on a girls' team, and Blackford's a tall, big girl as well, and then you look at the boys and they got 2 7-footers out there for DCA. It changes your understanding, your how comfortable you are around the rim or in the paint, and those are things that moving forward we're gonna be concentrating on. So that we feel more comfortable, and it's like I was telling the girls, you got to slow your mind when the ball's in your hands. It doesn't mean you have to play slow, but you got to slow your mind and understand and realize everything that's happening within the game instead of being focused on one thing and feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's a good point. Grace Boog was 6'4". They have her listed at 6'4". That's probably the equivalent of what, 6'11" or 7 foot on the boys' side? And so,
yes,
like when you're looking at girls basketball?
Yes, and I honestly, I think she's taller than 6'4".
Yeah, she may be.
I think she's pushing a little bit over 6'5", to be honest with you. And it's not, and it's an athletic 6'4", 6'5".
It's not just height.
It's not correct, and so it brings a different aspect to the game that is hard to simulate, hard to coach. It's very similar to our effort and our defensive rotations and how we play defense. That's hard for teams to simulate in practice. So that's something that we're moving forward and getting ready for postseason, getting ready for the Danvilles and the DCAs of our district. That's something that feeling comfortable on offense and understanding the game a little better on that side of the ball is what we'll be concentrating on.
Yeah, how much, Coach, do you use the Danville game and use the DCA game as fuel to the fire, so to say, but just as a learning thing for your girls to say, hey, look, if we play well in the first quarter of these last two games, district games that we lost, we have a chance to win this entire district tournament and make a deep region run. I mean, the facts are there, right? You had a tough first quarter, I believe it was against Danville. You had a tough first quarter against DCA. But if you don't have a tough first quarter against those two teams, you probably win both games. So, just put it together 4 full quarters, girls, and we got a chance to win any game we step foot in the court.
That's correct, and that's all we can ask as a coaching staff. And they want it. I even mentioned to them again last night. It's been since 2007 since we won a district, and it's laying right there in front of you in year one, and so they're excited. They know that we've got a lot of work to do in order to check that DCA box, because that's still one of the 3 we have left.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, we've got to, one, focus on getting better on the offensive side of the ball these next 3 regular season games. But then, in order to have an opportunity to play DCA, we got to take care of business to do what we're supposed to do against Danville in the district tournament in order to give ourselves an opportunity to check off that box against DCA.
Yeah. Now you do have the number 2 seed locked up in the district tournament. Is that correct? I'm looking at the
Yes.
Yeah. So I assume KSD is playing, so you have a first round bye.
Yes.
Okay. So
and the district meeting, that's coming up. But
Okay.
as far as the way everything's laid out, and from the meeting last year, from what I understand, that is everything you just said is correct.
Yeah, and you said one of your goals as well before the season began. We talked about this, Coach, probably first week of the season. Win 20 games. You're 18-9 right now. You got 3 games left in the regular season. You got some winnable games left. You got some tough ones left as well. West Jessamine being one of those, which you'll play West Jessamine at home, but they have a phenomenal team. They've won about 12 or 13 in a row. They're 21-6. So you got some toughies left and more challenges left on that schedule for the girls to continue to improve.
Exactly, and that's what you want. You don't want to go into games and win by 20 or be relaxed. You want to continue to challenge the players, challenge the coaching staff, and West Jessamine. I really think that they have now entered themselves into a top 4 team in the region.
Yeah.
And you got Bardstown, top 25 team in the state.
Yeah.
And you got Garrett County, and you don't want easy games when you're trying to prepare for the postseason at the end, and we definitely don't have those easy games. But in order to meet those goals of 20 wins and a DCA win and a postseason run, those are the last 3 boxes to check, and we've done everything else. We're where we want to be, and we're going to be able to continue to learn and grow. And like I said, concentrating on that offensive side of the ball. So it's going to be interesting. The faster that I told the girls last night, the faster that we can close that gap, the easier things are going to get, and the easier it's going to be to meet those goals.
Boyle County Leader Rebel head coach Brian Brett. Coach, we appreciate you being on the radio with us this morning and talking Boyle County girls basketball. Look forward to talking to you every Wednesday, and we'll talk to you again next Wednesday, okay?
Sounds good. I appreciate it, Jeff.
Yes, sir, Coach. Bye. That's Boyle County Lady Rebel coach Brian Britt. Lady Rebels they got 3 games left this season. They got Garrett County. They've got West Jessamine. They have Bardstown. That's in the regular season. Then district tournament play starts up. And you make the district championship game, you automatically move on to the region tournament. 7:34 in the morning here on the Joe Show. It's 34 degrees in Danville. We've got the County Agents Corner. It's coming up. It's Alethea who calls in on this Valentine's Day Wednesday. Look forward to talking to her in the County Agents Corner right after this. Local news as well in about 1 minute.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You see a huge group of people, and maybe they're in line to do something, and they seem happy about it. You have to wonder, okay, what am I missing? What's going on here? What are these people excited about? Well, in this case, it's thousands of people, and they're joining MediShare. Why? Well, MediShare is a much more affordable alternative to health insurance. It's reliable, too. It's a well-run community of Christians. They've been sharing each other's medical expenses for more than 30 years, so it's proven. And if you switch, you'll likely save hundreds of dollars a month. Most members wind up paying about half what they used to. And you know what? They find they like it better Medishare's member satisfaction rate is 98%. That's way better than health insurance, as you might imagine. You don't have to pay for things you don't believe in. You get telehealth 24/7, huge freedom in choosing your doctors. At least check into it. This may be one of those things where you're like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Why not start saving now? Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
The Danville Boyle County Airport got a grant worth nearly $300,000 from the Federal Aviation Administration. The Advocate Messenger reports the $294,000 grant will help overhaul critical infrastructure at the airport and is funded through the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. The act was passed by the U.S. Senate in 2021 and gives Kentucky billions of federal dollars over a 5-year period to help improve the state's roads, bridges, airports, and more. Boyle and Mercer County State Senator Amanda Mace Bledsoe continues to rehab following an incident where she was kicked in the face by a horse. In an interview with WKYT, Bledsoe says she underwent emergency surgery where they put 28 screws and 6 plates to help hold her face together. She said she'll undergo another surgery this morning. She's also told Hometown Radio that she would resume her weekly interviews with WHIR and WHBN beginning next week. Bledsoe has been put on limited media availability as she continues to rehab from that accident. Kentucky State Police is now asking for the public's help in solving a cold case from Washington County. It happened in June of 2016 when a landowner found a vehicle parked on his property on Bardstown Road in Springfield while he was tending to his farm. That landowner approached the vehicle and found that it was running, then looked inside and found a man slumped over the driver's seat. That man was identified as Yoel Rayford, who had a single gunshot wound to his head. KSP regularly re-examines cold cases for possible new leads and are now looking for anyone with information that may have possible new leads. More jobs are coming to Somerset. It was announced that Bosch Berries, an international grower and distributor of bell peppers, blackberries, and strawberries, will be located in a new greenhouse operation in Somerset. That $50 million investment will create 28 full-time jobs in Kentucky. They'll use the previously established App Harvest facility in Somerset to locate the company's first greenhouse operation in the U.S. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Authentic Mexican grocery store, cakes, fresh produce, piñatas, boots, belts, and more. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. Family owned and operated, offering the best Mexican products created. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. And to make your tummy smile, Taco Yumas, the on-site food truck that's also available for catering and events. So where do you go for authentic Mexican product? La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. In Danville on Houstonville Road.
TG Kentucky is engineer openings that offers a full benefit package including new competitive pay scale, 401k, medical, dental, vision, and prescription coverage, and 2 weeks vacation time. You begin accruing on your hire date. TG is one of the largest employers in Central Kentucky. Their plastic and rubber technologies contribute to safer, more comfortable, and environmentally friendly vehicles. Apply now at work4tg.com. That's work4tg.com. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. TG Kentucky is just minutes away on Main Street in Lebanon. TG Kentucky, always working to achieve the highest quality standards.
Our goal remains to raise a night.
Your Kentucky Wildcats are on the road to number 9. Hear every second of the action right here.
This is the University of Kentucky Basketball Network.
It's all right here on this UK Sports Network station. Your home for the Cats and the hits is WRNZ FM D105. Go Cats!
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Cattleman's Roadhouse. Treat yourself to a delicious meal at Cattleman's. The burgers are all natural beef, certified, humanely raised, never getting antibiotics. Cattleman's Roadhouse, Danville Bypass. A great steak truly is just the beginning. Sunny, a high of 56, a low of 39. Tomorrow, sunny and 57. Friday, cloudy and 49. Right now, it's 7:40 in the morning. And County Agent Corner time, we expect Alethea to call in, but phone's not ringing yet. So we'll wait around and see if she gives us a call. Hey, a passenger on the Qantas airline, and I've never heard of that before. I've never heard of that airline company before. Qantas, Qantas. Qantas Airline recently raged because the plane they were on, the food was inedible and the airplane was dirty. So it was nasty, number one, and number two, you couldn't eat the food. And you probably wouldn't want to, even if you could, because the airplane's dirty. So why would you want to eat the food? Check out this ad for the inedible food and dirty planes airlines.
With so many airline options, it's nice to know there's one that's honest about what they are. That's why there's Inedible Food and Dirty Airplanes Airlines, where we're upfront about the fact that all of our food is inedible and our airplanes are super dirty.
Flying with inedible food and Dirty Airplanes Airlines was quite an experience. The food was moldy and smelled terrible, and I actually stepped in dog poop at one point. But at least the airplane door didn't fly off.
Yes, our food may be inedible and our planes may be dirty, but at least our airplane doors don't fly off. That's our promise.
I chipped a tooth on my ham sandwich on Inedible Food and Dirty Airplanes Airlines, and I'm pretty sure I sat in puke because of the dirty plane. But you know what didn't happen? The door didn't fly off mid-flight, so that was nice.
Inedible Food and Dirty Airplanes Airlines, where our motto is at least our airplane doors don't fly off. Book your flight today.
There you go. All right, today, Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day today, and we're looking at some of these weird Valentine's Day kind of facts and stats about this year's Valentine's Day. I'm going to give you some of these. Still working on, I was trying to load some music up, and maybe I can do it this way. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Oh, here we go. The Unchained Melody, instrumental love songs. So let's talk about some of the Valentine's Day kind of quick little hitters for us today. A rough day to be single today if you really get into it, or it's just a regular old day because it's a made-up holiday anyway. The internet, however, flooded with Valentine's Day content. But not everything is corny love stuff. Some of it has a healthy dose of stupid with it. Like this stuff right here. Number one, the art collective Mischief put out a cologne that smells like WD-40. It sold out quickly, but they recently restocked it and added a new perfume that smells like the cleaning solution Fabuloso this year. I don't know about the perfume, but Fabuloso does have remarkable staying power. It's way too much, even if you like it when things smell clean. If they continue this line, maybe they can make like a hand soap that smells like Dawn so that it smells like you did the dishes or something like that. There's also a dating app called Score, and I know what you're thinking, what this dating app's about, and it's probably not what you're thinking it's about. It's not just a reference to landing a date. You actually have to have a 675 credit score to use the app. That's why it's called Score. It's a dating app only for people with good to excellent credit, and it hopes to raise awareness about the importance of finances in relationships. And yes, they do a soft credit check to confirm that your credit score is above 675. A new study found that the sequential effects can come into play when browsing profiles on dating apps. It's a type of bias known in psychology where the previous item in a sequence affects how you judge the current item. So when flipping through profiles, there may be traits that you inadvertently carry over from one person to the next. Interesting. Number 4, researchers say that there's evidence that mouth-to-mouth kissing is more than 5,000 years old, so it's twice as old as Jesus. Also, kissing was originally more common after you got intimate rather than before people got intimate. Number 5, candy salads are going viral. Candy salad is a modern spin on the random candy dish that everyone's grandma had in their house. Just open, loose, mixed candy in a dish on a coffee table, which is called candy salad. And number 6, thousands of rideshare and food delivery drivers planning to strike today as a part of an ongoing dispute over pay and working conditions. A couple of Valentine's Day quick hitters for you on this February the 14th. And we welcome onto the show Alethea from the Boyle County Extension Office. Good morning, Alethea. How are you?
Hey, Joe. I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing okay. Valentine's Day today, Alethea. Do you have big plans tonight?
Actually, yes. I do believe my husband has made some dinner reservations, so we're going to...
Oh, if it's reservations. If it's reservations, it's a fancy place then.
Yeah, I think Copper and Oak.
Oh, great. Awesome stuff. Well, good. So you all, look, I told my wife, I was like, I don't know, Rebecca, what we're doing, but Chick-fil-A kind of sounds good.
Doesn't
and,
it, though?
and she
It
loves
does sound
Chick-fil-A.
good.
Chick-fil-A, for us, Alethea, Chick-fil-A is our Copper and Oak. You know, it's a place, that's our nice dinner place. Let's go to Chick-fil-A. So
I love that.
Yes.
It's delicious. It's low-key. Plus, our Chick-fil-A here in Danville does a lot of great stuff for our community.
Oh, they do,
give
yeah.
back in a really, really great way.
Yeah.
So
you feel great about
I
eating there
support it.
then. Yeah. Good stuff. When you eat at a place that does good stuff for the community, it cuts the calorie count down. That's scientifically
There
proven.
are no calories.
That's exactly right.
There
so
are
you
no
can
calories.
eat as
Yep,
much of
trust
it as
me,
you
I'm a
want.
professional.
County Agent's Corner is brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Here's Alethea Brucecheck.
Well, since it's Valentine's Day, I thought we should talk a little bit about practical ways to love your Valentine. Valentine's Day can be a good reminder for us to stop and cherish our partner. However, it can be easy to, over-commercialize the holiday. You might think you need to buy something, and that's the only way to show them that you love them and appreciate them, but actually maintaining a strong and loving relationship with a mate requires intentional effort and commitment rather than a bouquet of flowers or a box of chocolates. Here are 3 practical ways to express love and strengthen the bond between you and your Valentine this year. Effective communication. This should not be as shocking to anyone. Open and honest communication is the foundation of a healthy relationship. Research shows that couples who communicate effectively tend to be more satisfied. Practice active listening, expressing emotions and discussing both positive and challenging aspects of your lives. Regular, meaningful conversations foster understanding and emotional connection, creating a sense of intimacy between partners. Acts of service. This is one of my favorites. Demonstrating love through action can be powerful in strengthening your bond. Gary Chapman, in his book, The 5 Love Languages, identifies acts of service as one of the primary ways people express and receive love. Simple gestures such as helping with household chores, preparing a meal, or helping when needed show a willingness to invest time and effort for the well-being of the relationship. These acts reinforce a sense of partnership and mutual support. Last but not least, we have quality time. Spending quality time is essential for maintaining emotional connection. Research suggests that couples who prioritize shared experiences report higher relationship satisfaction. Set aside dedicated time for activities you both enjoy. Whether it's a date night, a weekend getaway, or simply relaxing together at home, quality time fosters a sense of togetherness, creating lasting memories and reinforcing the emotional bond between partners. Happy Valentine's Day! That's been your Farm and Home News, a thing from Boyle and Lincoln and Garrett, Mercer counties that we love giving every week.
There you go. County Agent's Corner. I like that outro. That was a good one.
Thank you.
Thank
you. I thought I'd wing it.
Yeah, before you go, got some random facts you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. Alethea, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Fact number 1. On Sesame Street, Cookie Monster's cookies contain no oils, fats, or sugars. It has nothing to do with, making the cookies healthy. It has everything to do with it not staining the Muppet. Because fats, oils, and sugars would leave stains on Cookie Monster. Instead, they're made of pancake mix, puffed rice, instant coffee, grape nuts, and water, with colored gobs of glue for the chocolate chips. Yeah, so they're not really meant to be edible, but they're supposed to look edible. They just can't stain Cookie Monster on the show. They don't want Cookie Monster getting stains.
Well, I guess that's their priority. That's okay.
Yeah. Number 2, a pilot episode of Game of Thrones was made in 2009, but it's never aired or been released. A lot of it was rewritten and then recast afterwards. Did you watch Game of Thrones?
I've seen the first season and maybe like one episode of the second, and then the last episode.
Okay. I made it through the first 2 seasons, and then midway through the third, things were getting like too political, and I don't mean that in a modern sense of the word. I couldn't follow who was leading what country and who was with who and what was with what. Who's this guy, the spider? I just got lost, and I was this is enough of this.
It was crazy, man. I feel like everybody was with everybody, and everybody thought they were king or queen of something.
It's too much. I couldn't follow it all. I got lost. Number 3, the base of the Great Pyramid of Giza is not a perfect square. The west side is about 5.5 inches longer than the east side. But you know what? Considering they didn't have modern technology back when they built that, I'm still going to give them an A+ for the effort.
You know what? Same.
5.5
They
inches
still did a really good job.
Yeah, still good. Number 4, the largest city in the world in terms of area, with at least 1 million people in the city. So the largest area-wide city with at least 1 million people is a city in China. It's called WHIR in Inner Mongolia. It's 101,913 square miles. That makes it bigger than 42 U.S. states. Now, technically, there is a city that's bigger than that in Greenland. It's called Sermersooq. It's twice that size, bigger than California. The municipality of Sermersooq is bigger than the entire state of California. But it only has 24,000 people living there. So imagine the space for all the activities in Sermersooq.
All the farms.
Yeah, it's got a population right around a little bit smaller than what we have living in the entire county of Boyle County, and they have the entire area of California for everything.
Wow. I bet they get a lot of hiking done.
Probably do, yeah. A lot of mowing goes on, too, there, I assume.
Yeah.
And number 5, from 1935 to 1937, restaurants in Wisconsin were legally required to serve cheese and butter with every single meal. Sounds like my type of meal. Give me some cheese and give me some butter.
I have no problem with it.
Can we bring that back? I need to talk to Daniel Elliott to see if we can pass legislation to make that happen in Kentucky. Cheese and butter with every meal.
Yeah. Cheese and butter.
There you go. Alethea, appreciate you being on. You have a good, fun, and a safe Wednesday and Valentine's Day. We'll talk to you again in March, okay?
Thanks, Joe.
All right,
you too.
Bye. That's Alethea Bruce-Check with the County Agent's Quarter. Speaking of butter, a bodybuilder going viral for claiming that he eats a block of butter every day to improve his physique. Now, I don't know if he means like he's just taking a block of butter from the fridge and unwrapping the aluminum off of it and eating it like an apple, or if he just eats the equivalent of that on everything he eats all day. So, like, maybe he puts a lot of butter in his toast, and then he puts butter on a baked potato, and then he puts butter on a roll, and then he puts butter in a dish that he's making, and it just equals a block of butter a day. Either way, he's eating a block. And he claims it helps his physique. Or maybe it's just the type of butter that he uses. Check out this ad.
Want a delicious meal that will keep you big and strong like bodybuilder? Then you need I Can't Believe You're Not Dead Yet butter. It's an entire block of butter that you eat every day until you are very big and strong.
Hey, honey, did you hear about my new diet?
What are you doing? Are you eating an entire block of butter?
Nope. It's I Can't Believe You're Not Dead Yet butter.
Yes, just a few days of I Can't Believe You're Not Dead Yet butter will have you looking buff and manly, and will have people saying, I can't believe you're not dead yet.
I've gained all sorts of weight, and I think some of that is muscle. And I can't feel my left arm. Oh, wait, there it goes.
I can't believe you're not dead yet.
Yes, I can't believe you're not dead yet butter. Eat an entire block of butter a day and get big and strong. In stores now.
There you go. I can't believe you're not dead yet butter. It's 7:54 in the morning. We'll step aside, coming back, give you the Big Daddy Sports, and picking out a sandwich from Melton's Deli right here in Danville for lunch. It's coming up right after this.
Hi, folks. Mike Gay here. At Essity, we know that hygiene and health is the essence of well-being for every person at every stage of life. Essity is proud to be part of the Harrodsburg and Danville communities, providing good-paying jobs to our employees who make hand towels and tissue paper for people of all ages. If you'd like to join us, check out our website at essity.com. That's essity.com. essity.com.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Last night in men's college hoops action, number 22 Kentucky played decently against a good SEC team and defeated Ole Miss 75-63. It's the first time the team has been at full strength this year, as Trey Mitchell returned and played well, but suffered a shoulder injury in the second half and left the game. Antonio Reeves led 4 Wildcats in double figures with 15. Ugana Onyenso almost had a double-double with 8 points and 10 blocked shots. UK shot 52% from the field and out-rebounded the Rebels 37-34, but committed 15 turnovers. Kentucky visits number 13 Auburn Saturday evening on Z105. In other SEC action last night, Florida nipped LSU 82-80, and Vanderbilt surprised Texas A&M 74-73. In the ACC, Syracuse upset number 7 North Carolina 86-79. Louisville lost at Boston College 89-77. In women's action, Transylvania won its 57th consecutive game, 88-47 over Franklin. The Lady Pioneers close out the season on the road at Earlham Friday night. In boys high school hoops last night, it was DCA 50, Boyle County 44, Russell County 53, Danville 44, Tates Creek 47, Garrett County 43, and Anderson County 62, West Jessamine 50. In girls action, it was DCA 53, Boyle County 48, and Anderson County 43, Great Crossing 33. Center College closes out its regular season tonight at home with a men's and women's doubleheader against Sewanee. Center women play at 5. The men take the floor around 7. Both center teams play in the Southern Athletic Association postseason tournament this weekend. And that's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Hello, this is Robert Wagner, General Manager of Hometown Radio. We love our listeners, and we know times are tough, so we wanted to do something big, so you could save money on local businesses. After several meetings, we could see no other way, so we opened Big Deals online store, selling gift certificates to local businesses. The gift certificates are just like cash. You buy full retail value gift certificates at a big discount.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Supplies limited, so hurry over to our online store at hometownlive.net and click on the Big Deals logo. Some restrictions may apply. Spend a few minutes now and save big tomorrow. Join other Hometown Radio listeners who are already shopping and saving at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
The Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop. For top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair, head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 DeLahaye Street. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299 for Danville Auto Body Shop. Sunshine, a high of 56, low of 39. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 57, and on Friday, mostly cloudy and a high of 49. Right now, it's 7:58 in the morning, and we're going to Melton's Deli in Danville, grabbing ourselves a sandwich for lunch this afternoon. Let's go with, today, the Big Mama Sub. It's number 5 on the Melton's menu. Smoked turkey, deli baked ham, Swiss and American cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise, served in a 6-inch sub bun, $7.99 for the Big Mama Sub. Tell them you heard it this morning on the Joe Show. On 103.9 FM WHIR, you can get this at Melton's number 1 and Melton's number 2. Melton's number 1 is the East Main location across from the post office, and Melton's number 2 there next to Danville Cinemas 8. You can also order double deli meat or add bacon to any sandwich for $1.99 more, though the Big Mama Sub already has bacon. But I guess there's nothing wrong with adding double bacon on the Big Mama Sub. We're halfway home. Coming up at the 8 o'clock hour, we have the Sort of Sports Report at 8:10. We have Grub Gab, the world of food, at 8:40. We see what's gone on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history at 8:50 this morning. 8 o'clock in the morning, 2 hours in, 2 hours to go on the Joe Show.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. President Biden says history will not look kindly on House Republicans for impeaching Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. Republicans accused Mayorkas of failing to enforce immigration law at the southern border. Biden issued a statement after the vote calling it unconstitutional partisanship and a petty political game. The driver of a car that crashed into an emergency room at a medical center in Austin, Texas is dead. Krista Stedman with Austin Travis County EMS gave an update on the other injured.
One child was transported with critical life-threatening injuries. One adult had serious, potentially life-threatening injuries. The other two, the other child and the other adult that were transported, had non-life-threatening injuries.
The car drove through the emergency room at the St. David's North Austin Medical Center Tuesday night. The Austin Police Department says the crash does not appear to have been intentional. The driver was pulled from the vehicle and given CPR but died on the scene. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has been released from the hospital. Brian Shook reports.
Pentagon Deputy Spokesperson Sabrina Singh says Austin is in good condition after he was hospitalized Sunday for a bladder issue. Deputy Defense Secretary Kathleen Hicks has been serving as acting secretary since his hospitalization. Austin took authority back Tuesday afternoon and will perform his duties remotely from home for the time being. The Defense Secretary was hospitalized last month for an infection related to surgery for prostate cancer. I'm Brian Shook.
Kansas City is set to honor its back-to-back Super Bowl champions. The Chiefs Super Bowl parade kicks off this morning in downtown Kansas City with a rally set to take place outside Union Station afterwards. Meteorologist Angie Lassman says the sun will shine on the champs and fans.
It'll be sunny. It'll be warm. These temperatures for this time of year, normally around low 40s. Instead, we're talking mid-60s.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
All right, people, let's get this meeting started. Where are the chairs? Gone. Research shows standing meetings are quicker.
What research is that?
Topic 1. CDW helped us deploy Mac Supercharged by Apple Silicon for the way we work now. So how's their speed?
Fast.
Battery life?
Long.
Cyber threat protection?
Strong.
Ownership costs?
Low.
Great. This meeting is
adjourned. Wow, that was fast.
Yep, that's the research.
With Mac configured by CDW, a solution that works for everyone isn't just possible, it's powerful. Find out more at cdw.com/getmac.
Hey everyone, it's Joe Montana. Spreading the word about pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can be life-threatening. If you're 65 or older like me, you're at increased risk. So, what's the game plan? A strong defense. Pneumococcal pneumonia can strike at any time in any season, so you shouldn't wait to help protect yourself. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about vaccination today and learn more at knowpneumonia.com. That's KNOW pneumonia.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
The National Retail Federation says this could be a record year for Valentine's Day spending. More from Mark Mayfield.
That's according to the National Retail Federation. It says consumers plan to spend a total of $25.8 billion this Valentine's Day. That's on par with last year's spending and the third highest in the survey's history. 62% of consumers ages 25 to 34 intend to celebrate this year, more than any other age group. Consumers expect to spend $185 each on average. That's nearly $8 more than the average of Valentine's Day spending over the last 5 years. I'm Mark Mayfield.
A study shows Virginia Beach, Virginia has been named the top city for what's being called the new normal corporate administrative office. Sarah Bartlett explains.
The study from location consultant the Boyd Company looked at 40 current and emerging cities in the U.S. and based a hypothetical 150-worker office in those locations. Virginia Beach's operating totals came in at $15 million, which was the lowest cost among the cities. When looking at the new normal trends, the study looked at an increase in remote work, growing suburban markets, state income tax structures, and more. Officials with the company say these drivers are what influences companies to locate in certain cities. I'm Sarah Bartlett.
2 women from San Diego hope their new app helps battle loneliness in adults. Lucinda Kay with the story.
The new app is called WHIR Friends, WYZR. It helps folks aged 40 and above connect with new people. The co-founders are Carolyn Kelly and Taylor J. from San Diego. They say thousands have already joined the platform since it officially launched last month. The app helps you find your people, plus suggests activities. The co-founders will also present to the San Diego County Board of Supervisors. They'll share the app's impact on loneliness. I'm Lucinda Kay.
Today is Ash Wednesday. Catholics around the world are marking the beginning of Lent. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
It's Wednesday, and Central Kentucky knows what that means. It's Family Day at Lee's famous Recipe of Danville. The 3-piece Wednesday special saves you $1 off the regular price. You choose from 3 pieces of famous crispier strips, your choice of 2 sides, plus a hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, $1 off the regular price every Wednesday. Variety is the spice of life, and you'll enjoy the variety of 2 great tastes together with a new Danville special. Can't decide what you want? You love the legendary taste of Lee's chicken. Have you caught the great taste of Lee's fish? How about both? You've got to try the new Lee's Danville special. You get 2 pieces of Lee's chicken, 2 pieces of Lee's fish, a side of your choice, plus a hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all for just one low price. You'll get hooked on the Danville special, 2 pieces of chicken plus 2 pieces of fish, a side of your choice, plus a hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all for one low price. Lee still caters. Call them at 859-236-8777. 859-236-8777. For the great taste of Lee's, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years, it's Lee's famous recipe on South 4th.
Happy Valentine's Day from the Hometown Radio Network. And congratulations to our Valentine's Day prize package winner, Erica Brown. She wins a night's stay at Hampton Inn, a dozen red roses from Royalties Florist, a pound of bourbon chocolates from Mom Blakeman's Candy, $50 gift certificate to Thoroughbred Express Auto Wash, and $30 gift card to Los Margaritas. Now get ready to win Wendy's Breakfast Bash. Visit Big Deal Store at hometownlive.net to enter to win Wendy's Breakfast Party for 25 people in your office. Enter now at Big Deal Store, hometownlive.net.
Hello, I'm Adam Hopkins, Security Officer at Farmers National Bank. Look out for scam emails that ask you to give your bank account or your debit card number. These emails can be made to look like they are from a legitimate company. When in doubt, contact your bank or just delete.
Good morning to you folks. It's Wednesday. It's the 14th day of February, 021424. That means it's Valentine's Day. We got a forecast coming your way for a sunny and warm V-Day. News is coming up right now.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
The Danville-Boyle County Airport got a grant worth nearly $300,000 from the Federal Aviation Administration. The Advocate Messenger reports the $294,000 grant will help overhaul critical infrastructure at the airport and is funded through the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. The act was passed by the U.S. Senate in 2021 and gives Kentucky billions of federal dollars over a 5-year period to help improve the state's roads, bridges, airports, and more. Boyle and Mercer County State Senator Amanda Mace Bledsoe continues to rehab following an incident where she was kicked in the face by a horse. In an interview with WKYT, Bledsoe says she underwent emergency surgery where they put 28 screws and 6 plates to help hold her face together. She said she'll undergo another surgery this morning. She's also told Hometown Radio that she would resume her weekly interviews with WHIR and WHBN beginning next week. Bledsoe has been put on limited media availability as she continues to rehab from that accident. Kentucky State Police is now asking for the public's help in solving a cold case from Washington County. It happened in June of 2016 when a landowner found a vehicle parked on his property on Bardstown Road in Springfield while he was tending to his farm. That landowner approached the vehicle and found that it was running, then looked inside and found a man slumped over the driver's seat. That man was identified as Yoel Rayford, who had a single gunshot wound to his head. KSP regularly re-examines cold cases for possible new leads and are now looking for anyone with information that may have possible new leads. More jobs are coming to Somerset. It was announced that Bosch Berries, an international grower and distributor of bell peppers, blackberries, and strawberries, will be located in a new greenhouse operation in Somerset. That $50 million investment will create 28 full-time jobs in Kentucky. They'll use the previously established App Harvest facility in Somerset to locate the company's first greenhouse operation in the U.S. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Listen to WHIR online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky, YMAX.com.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, you see a huge group of people and maybe they're in line to do something and they seem happy about it. You have to wonder, okay, what am I missing? What's going on here? What are these people excited about? Well, in this case, it's thousands of people and they're joining MediShare. Why? Well, MediShare is a much more affordable alternative to health insurance. It's reliable, too. It's a well-run community of Christians. They've been sharing each other's medical expenses for more than 30 years, so it's proven. And if you switch, you'll likely save hundreds of dollars a month. Most members wind up paying about half what they used to. And you know what? They find they like it better. MediShare's member satisfaction rate is 98%. That's way better than health insurance, as you might imagine. You don't have to pay for things you don't believe in. You get telehealth 24/7, huge freedom in choosing your doctors. At least check into it. This may be one of those things where you're like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Why not start saving now? Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop. For top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair, head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop. 315 Delahaye. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299. Danville Auto Body Shop. Sunny, a high of 56. A low tonight of 40. Tomorrow, sunny and 57. Friday, mostly cloudy and a high of 50. Right now, it's 8:11 in the morning. 238 WHIR, your phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. Today, Valentine's Day. It's also Ash Wednesday, which is the Christian day marking the start of Lent. So how do you celebrate Valentine's Day and Ash Wednesday at the same time? Can you celebrate both? The short answer is no. The more nuanced answer is it depends on how serious you are about both traditions. Valentine's Day is a candy, heart, and chocolate-fueled secular celebration, usually involving date nights out, some romping around afterward, and it's intensely commercialized, at least here in America. Even traditionally, it's a feast for some Christians to honor St. Valentine, if you're like a traditional celebrator. If that's a word, celebrator of it. Ash Wednesday moves around, and no one chose for it to be on Valentine's Day. It's directly linked to Easter Sunday, which also moves around based on the first full moon after the March equinox. Easter is March the 31st of this year. Ash Wednesday is a solemn day of fasting and reflection that launches the Lent season. It's actually a required day of fasting and abstinence for Catholics. Catholic Bishop Richard Henning of Providence, Rhode Island, says it is not possible to celebrate both, and Ash Wednesday needs to be prioritized over Valentine's Day. I would also agree with that if you celebrate the Ash Wednesday holiday. Quote, it is the much higher value, and he's absolutely right, deserves the full measure of our devotion. I ask with all respect that we maintain the unique importance of Ash Wednesday. Well, what do you expect? The bishop wasn't going to say, oh, sure, have fun, just to exclude the conversation hearts from the fasting, and maybe use melted chocolate to smudge crosses on your loved one's foreheads or something like that. He's not going to say that. By the way, the Valentine's Day Ash Wednesday mashup has happened before. It last occurred 6 years ago in 2018, which was extra silly because that year Easter fell on April Fool's Day. I remember that. Before that, we had not seen the dates line up since 1945. Before that, they aligned in 1923 and 1924. If you're wondering the next time it may happen, Ash Wednesday and Valentine's Day on the same day, it's 2029, and then it won't happen again for another 75 years. It's the last time this century that Ash Wednesday and Valentine's Day will line up in the same time, and that'll be 6 years from this year, 2029. Today is Valentine's Day and Ash Wednesday, which can be kind of a weird collection of days to try to figure out if you celebrate the Lenten season, but also want to celebrate Valentine's Day as well. Catholic Bishop Richard Henning came out and said it's not possible to celebrate both the way that people usually celebrate them. 238-WHIR is the phone number to call in this morning, 238-9447. We'd love to have you on the show. Let's see what's going on in this morning's sort of sports report, those headlines you may not typically hear in your every morning. Sports, here we go. Starting off with Super Bowl 58. We already know it was the most watched television program ever. Updated numbers from Nielsen now show that the Super Bowl drew 123.4 million viewers. That destroyed last year's Super Bowl mark by 7%. Additionally, Nielsen said a record 202.4 million watched at least part of the game on all the networks, a 10% jump over last year. The game was seen on CBS, Nickelodeon, and Univision, and was streamed over Paramount+. Purists would like to think that the huge number of viewers was due to the love of NFL football. Let's be honest, if you don't think the Taylor Swift effect didn't play a role, then you're dreaming. Super Bowl 58 was also a record setter when it came to sports wagering. In Nevada, sports books reported that over $185.6 million was bet on the game just in Nevada. That surpassed the previous record set in 2022 by around $6 million. Among all of Nevada's 182 legal sports books, a total profit of $6.8 million was pulled in after all the action was covered. It's more than $4.4 million they made last year, but significantly less of a profit than the $13.2 million average they pulled from the 4 Super Bowls before that. The glass ceiling has been shattered in the Major League Baseball broadcast booth. Congratulations to Jenny Kavnar, as the Oakland A's have given her the job of primary play-by-play announcer, making her the first woman ever to hold that position. Kavnar says the opportunity is a dream come true, and she'll be working alongside NBC Sports California color analyst Dallas Braden. Before this gig, Kavnar worked for 12 years as a reporter for the Rockies, while also serving as backup play-by-play announcer and pregame host as well for the Rockies. And what about sports sounds? Still a lot of talk regarding the 49ers decision to take the ball in overtime instead of kick, and 49ers players saying they didn't know the overtime rules. 49ers coach Kyle Shanahan says he told his position coaches to review the rules with their players before the overtime kicked off.
So everyone, as we were waiting for the coin toss, hey, review everyone with them, make sure they're sure before we go out. So we asked the position coach to do that.
There was a very controversial ending to an NBA game last night. It was the Knicks versus the Rockets, where in the waning seconds, Knicks guard Jalen Brunson was called for a foul on Houston's Aaron Holiday inside the final second. The NBA has said that call was incorrect, and now the Knicks are filing protest of that game. Kendrick Perkins on ESPN called it one of the worst mistakes in NBA history.
Hell yeah, they was robbed. And Molly, look, that was one of the worst calls I've seen in the NBA history.
And Pat Mahomes, the quarterback for the Chiefs, tells Pat McAfee on his podcast that he doesn't talk to Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker at all during the season. He just doesn't talk to his kicker. Kickers can be head cases sometimes, and he says, I don't talk to him. That's kind of the relationship we have.
And I don't talk to Harrison all year long, man. I just let him do his thing. No, we sit right beside each other in team meeting, and I don't say one word to him, only before the season and after the season.
Harrison Butker had a big-time game in the Super Bowl record 57-yard field goal he nailed. That's what's going on in this morning's Sort of Sports Report. We have more sports coming up with the Big Daddy, Steve Bertram, right after this. And then we take a look at what's gone on this date in history that's made this day a date to remember. It's 8:17 in the morning on this Wednesday in Danville.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Last night in men's college hoops action, number 22 Kentucky played decently against a good SEC team and defeated Ole Miss 75-63. It's the first time the team has been at full strength this year, as Trey Mitchell returned and played well, but suffered a shoulder injury in the second half and left the game. Antonio Reeves led 4 Wildcats in double figures with 15. Ugana Onyenso almost had a double-double with 8 points and 10 blocked shots. UK shot 52% from the field and out-rebounded the Rebels 37-34, but committed 15 turnovers. Kentucky visits number 13 Auburn Saturday evening on Z105. In other SEC action last night, Florida nipped LSU 82-80, and Vanderbilt surprised Texas A&M 74-73. In the ACC, Syracuse upset number 7 North Carolina 86-79. Louisville lost at Boston College 89-77. In women's action, Transylvania won its 57th consecutive game, 88-47 over Franklin. The Lady Pioneers close out the season on the road at Earlham Friday night. In boys high school hoops last night, it was DCA 50, Boyle County 44, Russell County 53, Danville 44, Tates Creek 47, Garrett County 43, and Anderson County 62, West Jessamine 50. In girls action, it was DCA 53, Boyle County 48, and Anderson County 43, Great Crossing 33. Center College closes out its regular season tonight at home with a men's and women's doubleheader against Sewanee. Center women play at 5. The men take the floor around 7. Both center teams play in the Southern Athletic Association postseason tournament this weekend. And that's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
It's Wednesday, and Central Kentucky knows what that means. It's Family Day at Lee's famous Recipe of Danville. The 3-piece Wednesday special saves you $1 off the regular price. You choose from 3 pieces of famous crispy or strips, your choice of 2 sides, plus a hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, $1 off the regular price every Wednesday. Variety is the spice of life, and you'll enjoy the variety of 2 great tastes together with a new Danville special. Can't decide what you want? You love the legendary taste of Lee's chicken. Have you caught the great taste of Lee's fish? How about both? You've got to try the new Lee's Danville special. You get 2 pieces of Lee's chicken, 2 pieces of Lee's fish, a side of your choice, plus a hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all for just one low price. You'll get hooked on the Danville special, 2 pieces of chicken plus 2 pieces of fish, a side of your choice, plus a hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all for one low price. Lee still caters. Call them at 859-236-8777. 859-236-8777. For the great taste of Lee's, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years, it's Lee's famous recipe on South 4th.
Are you considering starting a business or expanding your existing business? Are you looking for a stable partner you can trust to help you understand your options? This is Ricky Peterson. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank at the Danville Main Street office. As a part of your community, I'm here to help you understand the best options for you today and in the future. Give me a call at 859-236-9822. Let me show you what Uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, Uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pam Fitzgerald Clark with Wedding Planning with Pam, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Howard Carpenter Flooring out in Harrodsburg, specializing in discount waterproof vinyl flooring, hardwood, tile, and carpet remnants. Shop and save on all types of floor coverings. Howard Carpenter Flooring outlet, Harrodsburg, 540 North College Street. Sunshine, a high today 56, a low of 39. Sunshine tomorrow 57, mostly cloudy Friday and 50. It's 8:22 in the morning, 35 degrees. Wind chill feels like 30 here in Danville. Phone number is 238-WHIR. Let's see what's going on in the world of weird news.
Weird news.
Reports of drunk driving are nothing new to police, but officers in North Yorkshire, England, were shocked when a call came from the driver himself. North Yorkshire police tell The Guardian they received a call on Monday, February 12th, from a man who claimed he was drunk driving and doesn't know what he's doing. The man said he was in his 50s, reportedly explained that he'd been drinking heavily over the weekend. Police located the vehicle within 15 minutes. The man was arrested after a breathalyzer test found he was more than 3 times over the legal limit. Police in Albany, Georgia are hunting down the thief responsible for stealing a Valentine's Day basket from someone's house. The slippery suspect was last seen getting away in a black Toyota Camry with 3 other passengers. It's not certain whether they were accomplices or unwitting participants in the caper. The Albany Police Department in Georgia asking anyone with information on the suspect who's still on the loose to contact them. And a 43-year-old man in Florida named Jordan Whitesides was arrested after he drunkenly drove up to a sheriff's substation on Sunday. He's a mechanic for the local school board, and it all started when he was hauling an airboat, and it fell off his trailer right in front of the station. Some cops took notice and saw that he appeared drunk. Before they could nab him, Jonathan left the scene, but he later came back with another man named James. Then the two men began arguing, and the cops came out. One deputy tried to get James to calm down, but then Jonathan took an aggressive stance toward him, charged at him, and yelled in his face. Jonathan was arrested, and 2 breath samples showed his breath alcohol content was .334. That's way over the legal threshold. That's what's going on in this morning's world of absolute weird. It's 8:25 in the morning as we take a look at what's gone on this date, February 14th. That's made this date a date to remember. Starting off on this date back in 1876. February 14th, 1876. Where Alexander Graham Bell applied for a patent for what was called the telephone. But he was not alone. A man named Elisha Gray filed for a patent as well, and yes, filed on the same day. Sadly for Gray, it was Bell that beat him to the punch. And it's Alexander Graham Bell, who's now known for inventing the telephone, though Elisha Gray was right there with him and just got beat to the punch filing that patent. It was on this day, 1971. February 14th, 1971, 53 years ago, Richard Nixon installed a secret taping system in the White House. Here's a recording of Nixon saying, quote, "Play it tough. That's the way they play it, and that's the way we're going to play it." I couldn't understand a word he said. It was on this date, 1989. The first GPS satellite was put into orbit. Here's a clip of the launch. This is the original clip of the launch, so you may hear some popping in this clip.
Liftoff of Delta 187, the first commercial satellite launch for the United States.
And it was on this date in 2005, the YouTube domain was launched in the U.S. YouTube.com was launched in the United States. Co-founder Jawed Karim posted the very first video, or Jawed Karim. On April 23rd of 2005, a video called Me at the Zoo was put on YouTube. First video ever, though the YouTube domain was launched on this date in 2005. Here's a clip from the very first video on YouTube.
So here we are in front of the elephants. Cool thing about these guys is that they have really, really long fronts, and that's cool.
And that was the first ever video posted on YouTube, which has since just become a giant. On this day, 2005, YouTube.com became a thing, and that's what's gone on this date, February 14th, in history that's made this date a date to remember. Little Rock, a little Rock. Not a big Little Rock, a little Rock. Reba, who sang the national anthem for us as well on Super Bowl Sunday. It's 8:27 and a half.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Hello, this is Robert Wagner, General Manager of Hometown Radio. We love our listeners, and we know times are tough, so we wanted to do something big, so you could save money on local businesses. After several meetings, we could see no other way, so we opened Big Deals Online Store, selling gift certificates to local businesses. The gift certificates are just like cash. You buy full retail value gift certificates at a big discount.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Supplies limited, so hurry over to our online store at hometownlive.net and click on the Big Deals logo. Some restrictions may apply. Spend a few minutes now and save big tomorrow. Join other Hometown Radio listeners who are already shopping and saving at Big Deals Online Store at hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
The Big Deals Online Store at hometownlive.net.
Hi, this is Caraway and Adeline at Mattresses and More next door to Ace Hardware in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, come check us out. New merchandise arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. We offer layaway and 12-month famous cash with approved credit. Come see our Nana for the best deal in town. You'll be glad you did.
Thanks, girls. Aren't they so sweet? Yes, more than a mattress store. That's living room suits, dining room suits, or just a single recliner. Mattresses and More, Houstonville Road, Danville.
Wow, Tricky's Car Wash is ready to make your vehicle look its very best. Tricky's Car Wash behind Smart Lube off South 4th Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, and on Saturdays by appointment. Pickup and delivery service is available. 583-0560. Wash only $15. Wash and interior $25. Wash plus wax plus interior $50. And full detail, talk with Tricky. Tricky's Car Wash, 430 Bay Street, 583-0560. Right behind Smart Lube off South 4th. Tricky's Car Wash.
Catch the best of Sean Hannity, Saturday mornings, 10 to 1 on WHIR.
All right, it's 8:30 in the morning. We got K&N News coming your way. Grub Gab, the world of food at 8:40. And this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history at 8:50 this morning. In the 9 o'clock hour, Carrie Koo, Danville Boyle County Humane Society at 9:10. Laura Richard with Ephraim McDowell Health coming on here at 9:35 this morning to talk about Happy Heart Day, which is next week here in Danville.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
A Kentucky lawmaker has unveiled a bill looking to transform child care in the Bluegrass State with a price tag of $300 million. Senator Danny Carroll's Horizons Act will put the money in action to form a restricted fund to create more early childhood education programs and half of that $300 million bill towards its child care initiatives per year. If passed, it will begin in the next two-year budget cycle, which begins in July. People in support of restoring abortion access across Kentucky rallied at the state capitol on Tuesday. As current rules stand, women in the Bluegrass State cannot get an abortion unless their life is in danger. The nonprofit Planned Parenthood Alliance Associates helped organize the Reproductive Freedom Rally. The nonprofit states that about 3,000 rape-related pregnancies in the Commonwealth have happened since Roe v. Wade was overturned. Democratic senators have filed a bill adding exceptions to the current abortion law for rape and incest, but it has not made any traction after the filing. An Ashland man is heading to federal prison for 45 years following a guilty plea to child pornography charges. 28-year-old William Ferguson pled guilty to 2 counts of producing child pornography in 2022. When police interviewed Ferguson, a consensual search of his phone revealed multiple images of him sexually assaulting a minor child. Ferguson then admitted his role in the assault. A man from Lexington accused of running a stolen vehicle through an entrance of Fayette Mall on Friday is now behind bars. 30-year-old Shaheem Anderson is facing charges of fleeing evading police, reckless driving, burglary, receiving stolen property, and possession of a controlled substance. Fayette Mall officials are estimating the damage done to the entrance between $10,000 and $1 million, with the damage to the stolen vehicle about $5,000. Anderson pled not guilty to all charges on Tuesday. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Hi, I'm Laura Richard from Ephraim McDowell Healthcare Foundation. Join us for Happy Heart Day on February 23, 2024 at Centenary Methodist Church. Enjoy breakout sessions with healthcare experts, a live food demonstration, and panel discussions moderated by heart attack survivor Larry Weathers. Learn about heart health challenges, enjoy lunch, and get a free health screening. Visit emhealth.org/happyheart for tickets and details. Visit emhealth.org/happyheart for tickets and details. See you there.
This is Greg Stottlemyre, voice of the EKU Colonels, reminding you to listen for your chance to win tickets to each Colonel home basketball game from Alumni Coliseum in Richmond. Here on Hometown Radio Network, the Colonels are looking for an exciting and winning season, and you can be right there and be a big part of all the action. Just listen for your chance to win a pair of tickets each week all season long. And yes, go Big E from Hometown Radio Network.
And for more ticket information, go online to EKUsports.com.
If you've ever been a victim of a scam or fraud attempt, you're not alone. Con artists are good at tricking people. Hi, I'm Adam Hopkins, security officer at Farmers National Bank. A way we beat the fraudsters is to communicate with each other. Always feel free to contact us, as we're glad to help you and share advice.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
The Danville Boyle County Airport got a grant worth nearly $300,000 from the Federal Aviation Administration. The Advocate Messenger reports the $294,000 grant will help overhaul critical infrastructure at the airport and is funded through the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. The act was passed by the U.S. Senate in 2021 and gives Kentucky billions of federal dollars over a 5-year period to help improve the state's roads, bridges, airports, and more. Boyle and Mercer County State Senator Amanda Mace Bledsoe continues to rehab following an incident where she was kicked in the face by a horse. In an interview with WKYT, Bledsoe says she underwent emergency surgery where they put 28 screws and 6 plates to help hold her face together. She said she'll undergo another surgery this morning. She's also told Hometown Radio that she would resume her weekly interviews with WHIR and WHBN beginning next week. Bledsoe has been put on limited media availability as she continues to rehab from that accident. Kentucky State Police is now asking for the public's help in solving a cold case from Washington County. It happened in June of 2016 when a landowner found a vehicle parked on his property on Bardstown Road in Springfield while he was tending to his farm. That landowner approached the vehicle and found that it was running, then looked inside and found a man slumped over the driver's seat. That man was identified as Yoel Rayford, who had a single gunshot wound to his head. KSP regularly re-examines cold cases for possible new leads and are now looking for anyone with information that may have possible new leads. More jobs are coming to Somerset. It was announced that Bosch Berries, an international grower and distributor of bell peppers, blackberries, and strawberries, will be locating a new greenhouse operation in Somerset. That $50 million investment will create 28 full-time jobs in Kentucky. They'll use the previously established App Harvest facility in Somerset to locate the company's first greenhouse operation in the U.S. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Take your solid waste and recycling to one of the convenience centers operated by Boyle County with no fee for Boyle residents. In Danville on Ghost Pike, in Junction City on Alum Springs Road, in Perryville on Harrodsburg Road, in Mitchellsburg on Mitchellsburg Road, and in Forkland on Forkland Road. For days and times open, go online to BoyleKY.com.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
The NASCAR Cup Series.
Green flag goes in the air, and the 2024 NASCAR Cup Series season is underway.
Returns to the Florida sunshine.
It's trouble at turn 4. Kyle Larson gets around, Alex Bowman gets along, but Ty Gibbs sits still.
To kick off Speed Weeks in Daytona.
The checkered flag is in the air, and Denny Hamlin has scored the win.
It's the Blue-Green Vacations Duel.
Coverage starts this Thursday night at 6 on WHIR 103.9 FM.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or 2 or 3 or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. They proudly represent the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Call Mark or Chris. They'd love to give you a free quote. 236-66. 86, sunshine 56 and 39. Tomorrow, sunshine 57. Friday, mostly cloudy and 49. Right now, it's 8:37. It's 36 degrees in Danville, and it's wind chill at 33. Again, we're up into the upper 50s. As a high today, pretty good day for us. Let's see what Wedding Planning with Pim has on her mind today.
Hi, I'm Pim Stewart-Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. Planning your honeymoon? Contact a travel agent who specializes in honeymoons. It's one of the smartest calls you'll make. An agent is your best source of accurate information. He or she should thoroughly interview you to determine your goals and expectations and give you options based on your budget. Be sure to include food, beverages, lodging, tips, gifts, the total amount. Ask for referrals. Call these couples and ask if they were happy with the travel agent and the services provided. If you plan on using your frequent flyer miles, you need to begin early. The secret to success is to plan early, at least a year in advance. Seats reserved for frequent flyer customers are limited. When they're gone, they're gone. Always use your credit card, especially since honeymoon reservations must be made so far in advance. This is the only protection you have should a vendor or airline go under. Use them the entire time you travel. Get cancellation insurance to safeguard your honeymoon investment. The cost is minimal and will be well worth it if anything occurs that may cancel your trip. Don't chance losing your deposit. Buy insurance. My love note for today is an important tip. brides, when planning your honeymoon, make all your reservations in your maiden name. The name on your driver's license must match the name on your passport and airline ticket.
Getting your biggest tax refund from Jackson Hewitt can lead to some spirited reactions.
Jackson Hewitt!
Jackson Hewitt is so sure they'll get you your biggest refund that if they don't, you get your money back plus $100.
Jackson Hewitt!
Switch to Jackson Hewitt and we'll beat what you paid last year, even if you filed online. Ain't nothing to it. Switch to Jackson Hewitt and pay less for tax prep, guaranteed. Proof of prior year payment required when filing. New clients only at participating locations through April 7th. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
Hey, Joe Montana here. Back in my football days, I knew the importance of a strong defense. Now I'm sharing how you can help defend your health against pneumococcal pneumonia, a bacterial lung disease that can be life-threatening. If you're 65 or older, or 19 or older with certain chronic conditions like diabetes or asthma, you're at increased risk. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about vaccination and learn more at knowpneumonia.com. That's KNOW pneumonia.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer. If you want to make the most of your vacation, there's no better place than the Bluegrass State. Kentucky's 44 state parks offer abundant places to play and diverse accommodations to stay. Take a hike, float your boat, or bike the trails. Pitch a tent under the stars or settle into a lakefront lodge. Tee up for 18 holes. Then enjoy a signature meal. Plan your trip at parks.ky.gov.
New year, new road, new ride. Start yours in a new Kia from Cartown Kia. 2024 Kia Forte, just $199 down and $199 a month. Or the 2023 Kia Sorento, just $299 down and $299 a month. Or with rates starting as low as 0.9%. Start the new year in a new ride at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
2024 Kia Forte, $199 per month, $1964 to assign. 2023 Kia Sorento, $299 per month, $2801 to assign. 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, doc, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer added options. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st, 2024.
This is Deanna Charles at your family-owned and operated H&R Block franchise in Danville. Do you need money now? At H&R Block, you could get up to $3,500 the same day you file your taxes with a no-interest, no-fee refund advance. Plus, with upfront pricing, you will know the tax prep fee before you begin. Give us a call at 859-236-3281, 236-3281, or stop by the office at 216 Bryn Avenue, and see for yourself why it's better with Block. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund.
Dunn's Barbecue, offering chicken wings. You asked for them, we got them. Barbecue, buffalo, Creole Parmesan, breaded or naked, as well as our famous pulled pork barbecue, brisket, grilled chicken, ribs, homemade sides, located in Harrisburg at 726 K Run. So call 734-3675 for your free delivery to Danville, Harrisburg, or Bergen. Dunn's Barbecue is open Tuesday through Saturday, located on Cane Run in Harrisburg, and for free delivery, takeout, and dine-in.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
So sick of work, here comes the big Wednesday hum. Need coffee, here 'cause you are down in the dumps. The copy maker won't work at all. Now you broke down in tears, your boss will swear each time he calls. When you say hump, it means that it is Wednesday. You're almost down and Friday's not far away. Weekend is coming, you'll have a ball. Won't think about your boss at all. Don't sing this when he's in the hall.
All right, yeah, Wednesday. It's February the 14th. 238-WHIR is your phone number to call in. 238-9447. It's Grub Gab time, the world of food, where you can just eat it. Starting off with KFC, where they're running a new digital exclusive promotion where they're offering a buy one, get one free smashed potato bowl at participating locations. To score your free smashed potato bowl, simply open the KFC app or head over to KFC.com and log into your KFC rewards account. Then look for the offer on the menu page and click Redeem to claim the deal. From there, all you need to do is add a smashed potato bowl to your cart and proceed to checkout to complete your order. This new smashed potato bowl is a loaded mashed potato bowl filled with the brand's seasoned French fries and creamy mashed potatoes covered in warm cheese sauce, savory bacon crumbles, and topped with a 3-cheese blend. McDonald's is bringing back one of their fan favorite desserts, the strawberry and cream pie, back at McDonald's for a limited time. Strawberry and cream pie is made with strawberries and vanilla-flavored cream, all baked side by side in a sugar-coated flaky crust. You can find the strawberry and cream pie at participating locations nationwide for a limited time while supplies last. And Costco shoppers, pay attention, they recently removed their popular food court churro from menus, much to the dismay of many fans and shoppers. And now they're reporting that Costco's much maligned roast beef sandwich is also getting the plug. The Costco roast beef sandwich made its debut February of last year, and customers were upset because it was $9.99. And reviews of it claimed the sandwich was dry and lacked flavor. The sandwich continued to be rolled out to locations throughout the summer, though. But one Redditor recently posted that, quote, the roast beef sandwich is no more at my local Costco in Madison, Wisconsin, along with photo of the menu with a missing item. Another shopper in Glenville, Illinois, also said the sandwich had disappeared. There was a discontinuation rumor back in October regarding the sandwich being pulled at locations nationwide, and it looks like it could be true. Some shoppers were thrilled about the news, with one commenting, quote, good riddance, and another saying gone but also forgotten. Costco did not respond to requests from Eat This Not That, who reported this for a confirmation the sandwich had been discontinued. Shoppers at Costco reporting their roast beef sandwich, which apparently wasn't very good anyway, is a goner. Speaking of very good, McDonald's has their strawberry and cream pie back. That sounds awesome. And KFC running the new digital exclusive app for a buy one, get one smashed potato bowl. Grub Gab. The world of food, where you can just eat it. All right, 8:45 in the morning, we see what's gone on this day in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. It's coming up right after this on The Joe Show, WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Kill that guitar solo. Kill it.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, you see a huge group of people and maybe they're in line to do something and they seem happy about it. You have to wonder, okay, what am I missing? What's going on here? What are these people excited about? Well, in this case, it's thousands of people and they're joining MediShare. Why? Well, MediShare is a much more affordable alternative to health insurance. It's reliable, too. It's a well-run community of Christians. They've been sharing each other's medical expenses for more than 30 years, so it's proven. And if you switch, you'll likely save hundreds of dollars a month. Most members wind up paying about half what they used to. And you know what? They find they like it better. MediShare's member satisfaction rate is 98%. That's way better than health insurance, as you might imagine. You don't have to pay for things you don't believe in. You get telehealth 24/7, huge freedom in choosing your doctors. At least check into it. This may be one of those things where you're like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Why not start saving now? Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Last night in men's college hoops action, number 22 Kentucky played decently against a good SEC team and defeated Ole Miss 75-63. It's the first time the team has been at full strength this year, as Trey Mitchell returned and played well, but suffered a shoulder injury in the second half and left the game. Antonio Reeves led 4 Wildcats in double figures with 15. Ugana Onyenso almost had a double-double with 8 points and 10 blocked shots. UK shot 52% from the field and out-rebounded the Rebels 37-34, but committed 15 turnovers. Kentucky visits number 13 Auburn Saturday evening on Z105. In other SEC action last night, Florida nipped LSU 82-80, and Vanderbilt surprised Texas A&M 74-73. In the ACC, Syracuse upset number 7 North Carolina 86-79. Louisville lost at Boston College 89-77. In women's action, Transylvania won its 57th consecutive game 88-47 over Franklin. The Lady Pioneers close out the season on the road at Earlham Friday night. In boys high school hoops last night, it was DCA 50, Boyle County 44, Russell County 53, Danville 44, Tates Creek 47, Garrett County 43, and Anderson County 62, West Jessamine 50. In girls action, it was DCA 53, Boyle County 48, and Anderson County 43, Great Crossing 33. Center College closes out its regular season tonight at home with a men's and women's doubleheader against Sewanee. Center women play at 5. The men take the floor around 7. Both center teams play in the Southern Athletic Association postseason tournament this weekend. And that's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Hello, this is Robert Wagner, General Manager of Hometown Radio. We love our listeners, and we know times are tough, so we wanted to do something big, so you could save money on local businesses. After several meetings, we could see no other way, so we opened Big Deals online store, selling gift certificates to local businesses. The gift certificates are just like cash. You buy full retail value gift certificates at a big discount.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Supplies limited, so hurry over to our online store at hometownlive.net and click on the Big Deals logo. Some restrictions may apply. Spend a few minutes now and save big tomorrow. Join other Hometown Radio listeners who are already shopping and saving at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
The Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Last place feeling in life is no place to be. Ready for a new way of living? The Isaiah House will put you first. Long-term and short-term residential treatment, outpatient treatment, medication assisted treatment, transitional living, and job skills training. Isaiah House has the programs to the path of help, hope, and healing. End the hurting. Take the first step toward a happier, healthier you. Call the Isaiah House anytime, 24 hours a day.
Thanks to people like you, our loyal customers, Burke's Bakery is now in its 5th generation of family-to-family baking, old-fashioned goodness, and hospitality.
We still make our donuts, pastries fresh every day. Pies, rolls, bread, salads, cakes, and pimento cheese made from scratch.
This is Joe Burke.
And this is Jody Burke.
Burke's Bakery Bakers. Bake it better and always will.
Old-fashioned goodness and hospitality. Burke's Bakery.
Main Street across from Constitution Square, Danville.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency, folks. They proudly represent the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you by calling Mark or Chris for a free quote. 236-6686. What do we got today? We got sunshine. We got Valentine's Day sunshine. High of 56. Tomorrow, 57. Friday, 49 is your high. Best chance of rain is going to be Friday night. Maybe even some snow Friday night, actually. Temperatures drop down below freezing. 70% chance, about 1/4 of an inch. Not a whole lot. Light dusting or so expected. Though we also expected 3 inches earlier this week, and we got nothing. So who knows what a light dusting means. Right now, it's 8:52. 36 degrees here in Danville. We're taking a look at what's gone on this date, February 14th, on Valentine's Day, in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. Starting off on this date, back in 1940, where is that at? 1940. Well, I can't find it on the website here. 19-something or another, where one of these guys from this band was born. I'll find it in a second.
There is a house in New Orleans.
Here it is. 1945, Vic Briggs was born. Played with Eric Burdon and the Animals during the 1966 to 68 period. Of course, the Animals popular for this song, House of the Rising Sun. Briggs then later converted to Sikhism and began playing classical Indian and Hawaiian music. Died from cancer in June of 2021. Vic Briggs, in this date, 1945. would have been 79 years old today. It was on this day, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history in the year 1950, where guitarist Roger Fisher was born. He was known primarily as a founding member of this group. Heart. This is the biggest Heart hit. Barracuda. On this day, 1950, Roger Fisher was born. 74 years old today, a founding guitarist for Heart. It was on this day, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history, 1972. So 52 years ago, Rob Thomas was born from this group.
She's always worried about things like that.
Classic 90s song. Matchbox 20 did this one. It's called 3 a.m.
She said it's all gonna end, and it might as well be my fault.
Rob Thomas also had the number one single in 2000 called Bent. And his Lonely No More, released in 2005, became his biggest selling solo chart success. He sang the 1999 U.S. number one single Smooth by Santana, and also had the 2005 U.S. number one album Something to Be. Willie Nelson, Mick Jagger, Mark Anthony, Travis Tritt, and Daughtry have all covered his songs. Rob Thomas, 52 years old today.
God, it's better than nothing.
And it was on this day, 1987, this group started a 4-week run at number one on the U.S. singles charts with this one. Bon Jovi and Living on a Prayer, the group's second U.S. number one. Bon Jovi actually did not like the original recording of this song, which can be found as a hidden track on 100 Million Bon Jovi Fans Can't Be Wrong. Lead guitarist Richie Sambora, however, convinced him the song was good, and they just reworked it with a new bass line. Thank goodness for Richie Sambora, or the world may not know this song. And that's what's gone on this day, February 14th, in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history.
New year, new road, new ride. Start yours in a new Kia from Cartown Kia. 2024 Kia Forte, just $199 down and $199 a month. Or the 2023 Kia Sorento, just $299 down and $299 a month. Or with rates starting as low as 0.9%. Start the new year in a new ride at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
2024 Kia Forte, $199 per month, $1,964 due assigned. 2023 Kia Sorento, $299 per month, $2,801 due assigned. 36 monthly lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, doc, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer added options. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st, 2024.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? With a wide range of products and services, we are here to provide you friendly, expert service for all of your banking needs. This is Rita McIntyre. I'm the relationship banker for Boyle, Garrett, and Mercer counties. As part of your community, we are committed to building solid, long-term relationships. Call me at 859-733-4963. Let us show you what uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
I remember growing up as a kid, no one liked going to town like I did. We always had to stop at Burke's Bakery, me and Dad. The smell of the bread and the home-baked pies put a big hunger in this little boy's eyes. Old-fashioned goodness and hospitality. Burke's Bakery.
Main Street across from Constitution Square, Danville.
Hi, I'm Laura Richard from Ephraim McDowell Healthcare Foundation. Join us for Happy Heart Day on February 23rd, 2024 at Centenary Methodist Church. Enjoy breakout sessions with healthcare experts, a live food demonstration, and panel discussions moderated by heart attack survivor Larry Weathers. Learn about heart health challenges, enjoy lunch, and get a free health screening. Visit emhealth.org/happyheart for tickets and details. Visit emhealth.org/happyheart for tickets and details. See you there.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. President Biden says history will not look kindly on the House Republicans who impeach Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. Biden issued a statement after Tuesday's vote. He called it a petty political game. Mayorkas is expected to be acquitted in the Senate. Former President Donald Trump is expected in Manhattan tomorrow for a hush money case. Scott Pringle reports.
Trump faces felony counts of falsifying business records connected to hush money payments made to adult film actress Stormy Daniels during his 2016 presidential run. A New York judge holding a hearing and is expected to address Trump's request to dismiss this case. The judge also expected to talk about a trial timeline, with the trial originally scheduled to start in late March.
The George Santos seat has become a Democratic pickup in a divided election year Congress. More from Andrew Whitman.
NBC News projecting Democrat and former Congressman Tom Suozzi has won back the seat he vacated in 2022 in an unsuccessful run for governor, and which was filled by Republican George Santos until his expulsion December 1st. Suozzi defeated Republican Nassau legislator Mazi Pilip, with Republican turnout in Nassau likely reduced by Tuesday's snow. Suozzi positioned himself to the right of some mainstream Democratic positions, including on immigration and the border, positions other Democrats might look to take in similarly competitive districts this November.
Heading into Super Bowl 58, Buffalo Wild Wings promised that if the game went into overtime, everyone gets free wings. As millions know, the game did in fact go into overtime, and the Kansas City Chiefs emerged victorious with a final score of 25-22. That means that come Monday, February 26, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. in local time zones, all dine-in and in-person takeout orders will be gifted one free order of wings per customer. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Racing just making spaghetti. I could have waited to tell my doctor, but I didn't wait.
I was short of breath just reading a book. I could have delayed telling my doctor, but I didn't wait.
They told their doctors and found out they have atrial fibrillation, a condition which makes it about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you have one or more of these symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, this is no time to wait. Contact your doctor.
Brought to you by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
At CDW, we get that in business, the only certainty is uncertainty.
I agree. Or do I? I do, I think.
Well, an APC micro data center solution implemented by the experts at CDW provides certainty that your infrastructure will deliver the performance and support your business needs. So you're ready for anything.
I'm somewhat, maybe reasonably confident. That sounds great.
IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Find out more at cdw.com/APC.
I will, probably.
GOP presidential hopeful Nikki Haley says former President Trump's rally last weekend in South Carolina is another example of how he mocks U.S. service members and military families. The former South Carolina governor told NBC's Craig Melvin that the remarks make him unfit for president.
If you don't know the value of our men and women in uniform, if you don't know the sacrifice that they go through, why should I, as a military spouse and all our military families, trust you to know you're going to keep them out of harm's way?
She claims she didn't take it personally when Trump started asking about the whereabouts of her husband during his rally at Coastal Carolina University. Major Michael Haley, her husband, is deployed to Africa with his South Carolina National Guard unit. New polling suggests the reasons behind President Biden's poor job approval number. Rory O'Neill reports.
Illegal immigration is the top issue cited by voters when asked why they disapprove of President Biden's job performance. Disapproval of his handling of the economy was a distant second. Inflation, third. 13% cited his competency and his age. Those who approve of Joe Biden's performance tell Gallup he's doing the best he can. They agree with his policies and say he is better than former President Donald Trump.
Rideshare drivers are striking between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. this Valentine's Day at 10 major cities near airports, including Newark Liberty Airport in New Jersey. Sarah Lee Kessler with the story.
Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash drivers want more money and better working conditions. They say they're sick of working 80 hours a week just to make ends meet. They're picketing airports in Newark, New Jersey, Austin, Chicago, Hartford, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Rhode Island, and 3 airports in Florida, Miami, Tampa, and Orlando. The strike has been organized by the Justice for App Workers Coalition, which represents 130,000 drivers.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
The truth and nothing but. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
I mean, I think I had my laugh of the week as Karine Jean-Pierre slamming her, saying that Joe Biden is so sharp, he does more in an hour than most do in a day. Okay, now, if she believes that lie, she is delusional and has no business being around a president of the United States. I mean, this is like circle back Jen Psaki. I have a hard time keeping up with him. He works so hard. I'm like, that is just a flat out lie by sycophants and Democratic hacks that surround this guy. Is there anybody, I keep asking, is there anybody that maybe in his life cares enough, loves him enough to say, Joe, you're really not doing well?
Keeping you on the straight path. Later today, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
Imagine a society with a digital dollar and no cash. No tooth fairy or piggy banks. No more selling extra items for cash. A digital dollar means your life could depend on the internet, electricity, and people you don't know. Plus, it means every penny you have could all be tracked. So goodbye to privacy. That's why thousands of Americans have decided to opt out of the government's plans by talking to Goldco and putting a portion of their savings into physical gold and silver, including Sean Hannity. Sean has personally bought metals from the top-rated company, Goldco, who has an excellent reputation. They've placed over $2 billion in gold and silver, and right now they're offering up to $10,000 in bonus silver while supplies last. So call Goldco at 855-815-GOLD to learn how you could get started today. Tell them Hannity sent you and see if you qualify for up to $10,000 in bonus silver. Call Goldco at 855-815-GOLD. That's 855-815-GOLD.
Republic Services of Kentucky offers a single-source solution for all of your disposal needs, servicing residential, commercial, and industrial customers with offerings that include recycling and other disposal options. You have enough to worry about on a daily basis. Leave waste disposal to Republic Services. They'll handle it from there. For a quote or to discuss services, reach out to republicservices.com or give them a call at 859-263-2000. 263-2000.
Hi, folks. Mike Gay here. At Essity, we know that hygiene and health is the essence of well-being for every person at every stage of life. Essity is proud to be part of the Harrodsburg and Danville communities, providing good-paying jobs to our employees who make hand towels and tissue paper for people of all ages. If you'd like to join us, check out our website at essity.com. That's Essity, ESSITY.com. ESSITY.com.
Good morning to you. It's Wednesday. It's the 14th day of February. That's 021424 on your calendar. A sunny day and 56 is the high. Forecast is coming your way. So is news, and so is Carrie Koo with the Humane Society. Coming up next.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
The Danville Boyle County Airport got a grant worth nearly $300,000 from the Federal Aviation Administration. The Advocate Messenger reports the $294,000 grant will help overhaul critical infrastructure at the airport and is funded through the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. The act was passed by the U.S. Senate in 2021 and gives Kentucky billions of federal dollars over a 5-year period to help improve the state's roads, bridges, airports, and more. Boyle and Mercer County State Senator Amanda Mace Bledsoe continues to rehab following an incident where she was kicked in the face by a horse. In an interview with WKYT, Bledsoe says she underwent emergency surgery where they put 28 screws and 6 plates to help hold her face together. She said she'll undergo another surgery this morning. She's also told Hometown Radio that she would resume her weekly interviews with WHIR and WHBN beginning next week. Bledsoe has been put on limited media availability as she continues to rehab from that accident. Kentucky State Police is now asking for the public's help in solving a cold case from Washington County. It happened in June of 2016 when a landowner found a vehicle parked on his property on Bardstown Road in Springfield while he was tending to his farm. That landowner approached the vehicle and found that it was running, then looked inside and found a man slumped over the driver's seat. That man was identified as Yoel Rayford, who had a single gunshot wound to his head. KSP regularly re-examines cold cases for possible new leads and are now looking for anyone with information that may have possible new leads. More jobs are coming to Somerset. It was announced that Bosch Berries, an international grower and distributor of bell peppers, blackberries, and strawberries, will be located in a new greenhouse operation in Somerset. That $50 million investment will create 28 full-time jobs in Kentucky. They'll use the previously established App Harvest facility in Somerset to locate the company's first greenhouse operation in the U.S. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by
It's brought to you by Coel Collision Center and Cattleman's Roadhouse. Treat yourself to a delicious meal at Cattleman's. Their burgers, all natural beef, certified, humanely raised, never any antibiotics. Cattleman's Roadhouse, Danville Bypass. A great state truly is just the beginning. Sunshine, 56 and 39. Mostly sunny tomorrow, 57. Friday, a little bit cooler, cloudy, and a high near 50. And actually get a chance of some snow flurries flying on Friday night into Saturday. Right now, it's 9:11 in the morning, and we welcome into the studio from the Danville Boyle County Humane Society. It is Carrie Koo. Good morning, Carrie. How are you?
We're streaming today, huh?
Got you streaming,
Yeah, buddy.
You can check out Carrie on Facebook by going to Hometown Live Radio on Facebook. And Carrie came in here with her Valentine's Day red on, which is what I try to do my best. I picked out the most Valentine's Day shirt I could find. This pink polo.
I have a pink mug. Does that count?
Your pink mug kind of matches my shirt.
It looks great.
It's good, yeah.
You can't have it, though.
Okay, well, never mind. I'll drink out of my plastic Pepsi cup then.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Looking good,
Or
bud.
paper Pepsi cup, I guess. Hey, when you think Valentine's Day, you think love, and there's a lot of animals you'll have at the Danville Boyle County Humane Society that are looking for their forever home and looking to be loved. Sweet animals. And let's start off with that, Carrie. How can we, if we're looking to adopt a dog or a cat, how can we come in and take a look at the dogs and see if it's a good fit and a good connection? What's the hours for you all? How do we do that?
We have public, open hours, 1 to 4, several weekdays, 10 to 3 on Saturday.
Okay.
However, if you want to adopt or you can't make it during open hours, give us a call. We'll make an appointment for when it's convenient for you.
Yeah.
Because the more flexible we can be, the more people
the better
can
it is for
adopt
the dogs
animals.
and people. Yeah. Speaking of, you all just got, it looks like a puppy today that you're asking if it's, this looks like it'd be like a family's puppy.
For sure.
Sweet-looking dog, and was brought into the Humane Society, I guess, today, like earlier this morning, like before you You didn't even have enough time to read. Yeah, and then you came here. Like that. That's how recently it happened. So go to Danville Boyle County Humane Society on Facebook and see if you know this dog. This is not available for adoption as of right now because they want to make sure that this is not someone's pet before all that process goes through. So if you go to the page, if you recognize this dog, 238-1117 is the phone number, 238-1117 for the Danville Boyle County Humane Society. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Joe.
No, it's fine.
I just wanted to say that we do that for all the pets that come in.
Okay.
So if you keep an eye on our page.
You'll hold them for a little bit.
Oh, it's a 5-day stray hold.
Okay.
So, yeah, just keep an eye on our page because if you share those posts, we find owners. So it's really helpful.
Yeah, there's another one that you just found, looks like yesterday from Junction City.
Yep.
Same thing, not available for adoption. So make sure that you follow the Humane Society on Facebook because you never know when a neighbor, a friend, you could have a dog run out or lose a dog for the time being, and the Humane Society is the first place that you'll be able to check, and they update those pictures constantly on Facebook when those dogs are brought in. Hey, next month is St. Patrick's Day, Carrie, and you will always have a big St. Patrick's Day bash, and looking forward to this St. Patty's Day, not party, it's potty. P-A-W-T-Y, a potty. Tell us about it this year, Carrie.
Well, we are very lucky to have excellent, very strong support from our friends at Wilderness Trail Distillery.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, we'll have live music there.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, WTG cocktails or non-alcoholic drinks for purchase.
Right.
We've also invited biscuits and barbecue food truck. So that's going to be out in the lot. After you dance a little bit, you get hungry, right?
Yeah, I got to.
So no cover, live music, all kinds of fun stuff with your DBCHS friends.
Okay.
And there may be a special appearance.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, a dog. It's not something bad.
Okay.
But yeah, we might find a little leprechaun outfit and see who we can dress up.
Awesome. So, what do we do? What the proceeds go to benefit the Danville Boyle County Humane Society? What sort of proceeds? I mean, what are we doing here that night?
There's a barrel pick.
Okay.
They create Wilderness Trail Distillery creates something special for us when we do this.
Yeah.
And then they give us a portion of the proceeds to us.
Yes.
And, just being out, having a place that's hosting us, it's a great way to connect with people, some of whom we've never met. They just come for the party, and it's just a good time. And, of course, everywhere we go, Joe, we do have a donation box.
Yes, yeah.
So we'll absolutely take any kind of donation you'd like to provide.
I got a joke in my head. It was kind of mean, but I'm going to say it.
Against me?
Yes. It's not against the Humane Society, y'all. This is I was going to say, and this is during college basketball kind of postseason. But Carrie, luckily you're an Indiana fan. You don't have to worry about that.
Oh, that is a low blow. It has been such a terrible season.
Well, the way things have gone for
heartbreaking.
UK too, I think we will have some worries come postseason time as well. So.
Well, all of our fan bases are calling to fire the head coach, right?
Yes,
I mean,
know,
even Kentucky.
Oh, yeah. We're tired of it, right? What is it? We
boy.
haven't made a Final Four in 8 years. Come on. This is Kentucky.
Exactly.
Way too long. But no, this is Friday, March the 15th, 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. There's no cover. So come in, enjoy the live music with Allison Stafford. Wilderness Trail Distillery. We're going to have some cocktails as well as non-alcoholic drinks. If you'd rather go non-alcoholic, that's perfectly fine. Food from biscuits and barbecue for purchase, plus a barrel pick with a portion of the proceeds benefiting the Humane Society. It's time to party at the St. Patty's Day Party on Friday, March the 15th, and begins at 6 o'clock there at Wilderness Trail Distillery. Now, the reason that the proceeds are needed is because you all offer so many services at the Danville Boyle County Humane Society, and the list of things that you all do kind of keeps on growing, and you're getting bigger and bigger. And that was something we wanted to touch on today is some of the things that you all do that maybe when people think of the Humane Society, they kind of put you all in a box, so to say. You just do these things and nothing else.
Adoptions, that's what
Yes,
people
but the box
expect.
is getting bigger and bigger.
Goodness,
so tell us
is.
about it, Carrie.
It is. Well, we've got something called the Keeping Them Together Fund.
Okay.
And it's exactly what it sounds like. Got a big vet bill, apply for the grant, you will likely be granted the grant. We've got someone we're going to pay a pet deposit fee for. We've done that in the past as well.
Okay.
But you hit the nail on the head. It used to be just about housing homeless animals and adopting them.
Right.
We found out, using many years of data, 70% of owners who surrender a pet are simply having a short-term lack of resource issue. So we can fill that gap.
70%?
Yes.
Wow.
Now, they don't all,
Yeah.
obviously, if we can stop that, which is our goal. Behind every pet is a person, and we kind of need to take care of them a little as well, in a way. So what else do we do? Free vaccinations.
Okay.
You just got to call so we can, plan ahead.
Yeah.
We will microchip if your dog gets lost, and before we let him leave the building with his owner, we'll microchip them.
Okay.
Spay and neuter surgery. I mean, we've really expanded that. The community cat program started 5 years ago, and that's the only grant we had was to take care of the cats. Well, we were recently left a wonderful gift, and we can expand to spay and neuter anybody's pet in Boyle County. So, I mean, this is enormous. This is a huge deal for the people, and also for preventing pet, overpopulation or neglect. So yeah, we're pretty excited about that.
We've talked about the Community Cat Program before, but it's been a while. So refresh us on what the Community Cat Program is and how great of a resource this program is to Danville and Boyle County.
Absolutely. In pretty much any neighborhood or, park, you're going to find a group of cats.
Right.
And they may be really nice, but they still don't want to live indoors. We got to make sure that those cats are fixed and vaccinated. It not only is better for the cat, and again, prevents the pet population, but the animal is healthier. They don't have nuisance behaviors anymore. They're not going to be yowling outside the door. And, in the past, people would just bring them into the shelter, and we didn't know better at that time. A lot got euthanized.
Yeah.
And we don't ever want to do that again. So all you have to do, reach out to us. We're going to ask you a few questions. Where do you live? The sex, breed of the animal. Well, in this case, it's cats. And then we call the vet. We get you scheduled, let you know when it is, and we pay for everything. All you got to do is get your pet back and forth to the vet.
Phone number to call the Danville Boyle County Humane Society is 238-1117. That's 238-1117. You all are always asking and looking for people who can donate, any sort of items to help the Humane Society continue to run day-to-day operation-wise. What kind of items do you all need on a day-to-day basis? Maybe I'm out shopping one day at Walmart or Kroger or whatever it may be, and something pops in my head, and, hey, I remember Carrie saying this on the radio. So what kind of things are you all looking for?
Throw some bleach in your cart.
Okay.
Paper towel, always. And we do need food. We've got the community pet food pantry.
Yes.
And boy, do we go through that.
And that's another thing that you all do that probably a lot of people may not know. You didn't even cover the community pet food pantry. So talk about that real quick.
Well, we get donations and then share them with the community.
Okay.
Right now, you can come to the shelter and pick it up. We are looking at expanding that to being a traveling pet food pantry.
That'd be great. Like the Bookmobile for the Humane Society.
Absolutely. Hit the hot spots.
Go to Perryville, go to Junction City, go to places in Danville and different, so people don't have to travel to one location.
Right.
You're meeting them and allowing them to be able to pick that food up. And these are people maybe who, like you said, 70%, I think you said, of the surrenders are low financial issues, the family suffering. So if they have financial issues with taking care of a pet, they may have financial issues trying to get to where they're going in the first
100%.
place, right?
So, many don't have access to limited transportation a lot of times as well. So we got to meet them where they are.
Exactly.
That's a huge gap in service that we need to fill.
Yeah. I was actually walking through Walmart 2 days ago. I realized Chip was out of food. So we're like, all right, I gotta get him some food. So I went to Walmart and was walking down the dog food aisle. And I saw a 40-pound bag of dog food for $25.
Hey.
Then I saw a 40-pound bag of dog food for $70 or something like that.
Right.
So my question is, what type of dog food exactly are you all looking for if someone wants to donate?
Our preferred is Purina 1.
Okay.
For both cats and dogs. If we keep them on the same food, they may be stressed about other stuff, but they don't have problems with their belly. So we do try to keep that standard.
Yeah.
Treats, toys, we love those too.
Okay.
But cat and dog food I think is probably our biggest need.
Yeah.
Especially those big bags. We have great volunteers that break them down into gallon bags so we can serve more people.
This is the Danville County Humane Society. Carrie Koo joins us every second Wednesday of the month here on the Joe Show. The St. Patty's Day Party is Friday, March the 15th at Wilderness Trail Distillery on Lebanon Road. No cover. You get to come in free. Of course, buy some drinks or buy some food from the food vendor there and make your selection of the barrel pick they have. But it's free to attend. The St. Patrick's Day Party on Lebanon Road at Wilderness Trail Distillery. It's 9:23. We'll step aside. We'll come back and finish up the conversation with Carrie Koo right after this on The Joe Show on 103.9 FM WHIR. A little Deep Purple for you, Carrie. Smoke on the Water.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You see a huge group of people, and maybe they're in line to do something, and they seem happy about it. You have to wonder, okay, what am I missing? What's going on here? What are these people excited about? Well, in this case, it's thousands of people, and they're joining MediShare. Why? Well, MediShare is a much more affordable alternative to health insurance. It's reliable, too. It's a well-run community of Christians. They've been sharing each other's medical expenses for more than 30 years, so it's proven. And if you switch, you'll likely save hundreds of dollars a month. Most members wind up paying about half what they used to. And you know what? They find they like it better. MediShare's member satisfaction rate is 98%. That's way better than health insurance, as you might imagine. You don't have to pay for things you don't believe in. You get telehealth 24/7, huge freedom in choosing your doctors. At least check into it. This may be one of those things where you're like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Why not start saving now? Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Hey, it's me again. That's right, I'm Jerry Farmer, and I'm still cutting up. Still Cutting Up is the place to go when you need a fresh cut or a mini afro. Perms, colors, nails, too. Braids, highlights, and even updo. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need your hair did. Here's our digit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I rhyme. 24/7, we won't be beat. 365 on South 4th Street. See ya.
Danville Deal Maker, Bob Allen.
At Bob Allen GMC, we are professional grade. Lease a new 24 GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab SLE for only $279 per month for 24 months. $62.61 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. Stock M24 188. Must be a current leasee. Bob Allen GMC on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
You need a stopper at the new Papa's Quick Stop for some knickknacks, gas and snacks, breakfast, lunch, and fried chicken with a bone. Papa's Quick Stop has a loyalty program, fast way to earn on every purchase you make. A swipe of your card is all it takes. Come see what they've done to the new place at Papa's Quick Stop. Come try their great breakfast, lunch specials, and save on all your gas, snacks, beer, and much, much more. Hey, Papa, can you stop at the Quick Stop in Danville, across from the fairgrounds? Now offering the full Candleberry collection. Candleberry at Papa.
Happy Valentine's Day from the Hometown Radio Network. And congratulations to our Valentine's Day prize package winner, Erica Brown. She wins a night stay at Hampton Inn, a dozen red roses from Royalties Florist, a pound of bourbon chocolates from Mom Blakeman's Candy, $50 gift certificate to Thoroughbred Express Auto Wash, and $30 gift card to Los Margaritas. Now get ready to win Wendy's Breakfast Bash. Visit Big Deal Store at HometownLive.net to enter to win Wendy's Breakfast Party for 25 people in your office. Enter now at Big Deal Store, HometownLive.net.
We love NASCAR. Catch the races here on WHIR AM 1230.
Carrie Koo from the Danville County Humane Society joins us every second Wednesday of the month here on the show, talking about the great things that Danville County Humane Society is doing. They're on the North Danville Bypass, honking and wave every time I drive by going home, Carrie.
Well, I'll have to look for you this afternoon.
Yeah, make sure you look for me when
I'll be on the side of the road waving.
You all have got a great list of great-looking dogs and cats that you all have available for adoption right now. All you got to do is go to dbchs.org. Click on Adopt on the top bar, and they're in alphabetical order, so you can see what type of dogs are available. Some of them are on-site, some of them are off-site due to the Mutts with Manners. And
lots of fosters right now.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So you got some foster homes as well.
Yep.
And so if there's a house that wants to foster, are the dogs that are on the website the ones that they would be fostering? And would they just, hey, this dog looks like it would be fun. Let's foster this one for a little bit.
Of course, we'd match them, with a dog that fits their lifestyle and, activity level.
Right.
But you don't really have to do much. Come in and visit us. We'll talk a little bit. You'll put in an application just so we have you on record.
Yeah.
And then you take a dog or 7 of them home.
Yeah. Well, and the important part is you said you match them up with the house they're going into.
Correct.
So I've had conversations with people about this, and they said, like, there's a fear that they don't know this dog and that if they have small kids, they're afraid the dog may snap at them or something like that. But you're making sure that the dog that's going home with them is one that is... Some dogs are good with kids, some aren't. They're just like adults.
Right.
Some adults are good with kids and some aren't. And you're making sure the dogs that are going home with kids, with families that have kids, that it's a friendly dog and is good with kids.
Right. Now, keep in mind, in a new situation, there is stress.
Yes.
And they'll probably hide, be fearful for a little bit. Some dogs just get on your couch immediately. And they're
just happy to have a place to sit,
huh? So, yes, we do our best. And, we test our dogs with other dogs. We have play groups. Anytime a family comes in with children, we test with dogs. I mean, we're not going to throw them in the fenced yard together. We supervise and facilitate. But it is important for us, and for the dog and for our fosters, to do a little bit of legwork before.
Yeah, dbchs.org is the website. I saw a picture of a young man who had a cat, I guess, that he's fostering on you all's website. I think fostering, or maybe he adopted.
He adopted.
Yep. And he's got a grin across his face. He's happy to have his cat.
And look at how Stevie the cat is just laying.
Loving it.
Yeah, we're very happy because it was a rough start. But his humans gave him a chance. Look at him now.
Thriving.
So that's another thing we ask our adopters. You got to give it a few weeks.
Yeah.
Because it takes that long for them to decompress and be able to act like their normal selves. It's hard sometimes and people can't do it, but when we ask them and they go along with it, almost always it ends up like Stevie.
Yeah.
They just had to get through the adjustment period and then they got the best friend ever.
238-1117, 238-1117, dbchs.org. Friday, March the 15th, the St. Patrick's Day Party at Wooden Estrell Distillery. It's free to get in. Bring some extra dollars. Donate to the Humane Society. Help out the great things the Humane Society does on the North Danville Bypass. Carrie, we appreciate you being on and the great work that you all do. And we'll talk to you again next month, the second Wednesday, which appears to be March the 13th.
Right before our party.
Right before our party.
I could really give it a last-minute push.
Yes, we love it. Carrie, appreciate you being on.
Thank you, Joe.
It's 9:30 in the morning. We got bottom hour news coming your way right now. Then we're talking with Laura Richard from E for McDowell Health. And Heart Health Day is coming up a week from Friday, February 23rd at Centenary Methodist Church here in Danville. We'll talk with Laura about that coming up right after this on The Joe Show on 103.9 FM WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
Pop bottle while she stepped away. The staple was not ingested and was found inside the bottle. The student's been charged with endangerment and assault against a school employee. Students at Estill County schools are working from home the rest of the week after the schools have been closed due to illness. A water main break on Tuesday already caused a short day for 3 schools. A deep cleaning of the schools will be done while students are away. Wednesday and Thursday will be non-traditional instruction days. Friday will be a teacher equivalency day. Students are expected to return there in Estill County on Monday. The Kentucky Wildcats are celebrating a home win against the Ole Miss Rebels. The Cats beat the Rebels 75-63 Tuesday night. 4 players scored in the double digits, led by Antonio Reeves. Kentucky's now 17-7 and 7-4 in the SEC. Wildcats will hit the road to play Auburn on Saturday. I'm Sandy Collins.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You see a huge group of people and maybe they're in line to do something and they seem happy about it. You have to wonder, okay, what am I missing? What's going on here? What are these people excited about? Well, in this case, it's thousands of people and they're joining MediShare. Why? Well, MediShare is a much more affordable alternative to health insurance. It's reliable, too. It's a well-run community of Christians. They've been sharing each other's medical expenses for more than 30 years, so it's proven. And if you switch, you'll likely save hundreds of dollars a month. Most members wind up paying about half what they used to. And you know what? They find they like it better. MediShare's member satisfaction rate is 98%. That's way better than health insurance, as you might imagine. You don't have to pay for things you don't believe in. You get telehealth 24/7, huge freedom in choosing your doctors. At least check into it. This may be one of those things where you're like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Why not start saving now? Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
This is Deanna Charles at your family-owned and operated H&R Block franchise in Danville. Do you need money now? At H&R Block, you could get up to $3,500 the same day you file your taxes with a no-interest, no-fee refund advance. Plus, with upfront pricing, you will know the tax prep fee before you begin. Give us a call at 859-236-3281, 236-3281, or stop by the office at 216 Brent Avenue, and see for yourself why it's better with Block. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund.
So creamy it melts in your mouth. Mom Blakeman's candy. Delicious flavors of family tradition. Old-fashioned candy since 61. Light, rich, creamy, made by hand. A southern treat, a Kentucky brand. Mom Blakeman's Candy.com. So creamy it melts in your mouth. Mom Blakeman's Candy.
Sutton Pharmacy. Friendly service from people you know. Generations of serving our community. Immunizations, prescriptions, and so much more. Helpful people, free local delivery. Mobile app refills right to your door. Visit SuttonRx.com. Sutton Pharmacy. Friendly service from people you know.
In Lancaster on Maple Avenue.
Right now at Wendy's, kickstart your morning with the new breakfast burrito. I've had one of these things. This is a hefty size burrito. 6 strips of bacon, seasoned potatoes, 2 fresh cracked eggs, 2 slices of cheese, all wrapped in a warm flour tortilla. If you're extra hungry, enjoy Wendy's and their new breakfast burrito and a breakfast combo as well, which includes small seasoned potatoes, so you get more of those delicious potatoes because the burrito has them too, and a small hot coffee. Break your boring breakfast routine at Wendy's and their new breakfast burrito. Try it today at your local Wendy's.
It's Wednesday, and Central Kentucky knows what that means. It's Family Day at Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville. The 3-piece Wednesday special saves you $1 off the regular price. You choose from 3 pieces of famous crispy or strips, your choice of 2 sides, plus a hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, $1 off the regular price every Wednesday. Variety is the spice of life, and you'll enjoy the variety of 2 great tastes together with a new Danville special. Can't decide what you want? You love the legendary taste of Lee's chicken. Have you caught the great taste of Lee's fish? How about both? You've got to try the new Lee's Danville special. You get 2 pieces of Lee's chicken, 2 pieces of Lee's fish, a side of your choice, plus a hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all for just one low price. You'll get hooked on the Danville special, 2 pieces of chicken plus 2 pieces of fish, a side of your choice, plus a hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all for one low price. Lee still caters. Call them at 859-236-8777. 859-236-8777 for the great taste of Lee's. Serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years. It's Lee's Famous Recipe on South 4th.
If you're feeling hopeless, alone, and broken, maybe empty inside, Chloe's Petals for Hope.
Chloe's Petals for Hope sponsors a survivor of suicide support group for adults the first Thursday of every month at the Boyle County Library Community Room from 6 to 7 p.m. Follow us on Facebook and look at our website, Chloe's Petals for Hope, for more information.
'Cause it's just around the corner, we'll find hope together. Chloe's Petals for Hope.
For help, call the crisis hotline 988.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Yeah, it's brought to you by our friends over at Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet in Harrodsburg. They specialize in discount waterproof vinyl flooring. They have hardwood, tile, and carpet remnants. Shop and save on all floor covering types at Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet, Harrodsburg, 540 North College Street. Sunshine, 56 is your high. A low tonight, 39. Tomorrow, sunshine, 57. And on Friday, 49 is the high. Chance of some snow showers on Friday night. I don't think it's going to be a whole lot accumulation-wise.
But I wouldn't trust me because I said we were getting 3 inches 2 nights ago and we got nothing. So, I don't know. Prepare for the worst, I guess. Right now, it's 9:37 in the morning, and we are joined in studio by Laura Richard from WHIR McDowell Health and the Healthcare Foundation, and Happy Heart Day, which is coming up a week from Friday. We're happy to have Laura on. Good morning, Laura. How are you?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate you being on here. We talked with you last month about this, and now we're a week and a half away from this event. Happy Heart Day, February 23rd, starts at 9:30 in the morning.
We actually bumped it out a little bit, so it's 10:30 now, 10:30 to 2.
10:30 to 2.
Yes.
At Centenary Methodist Church here in Danville. February, which we know obviously has Valentine's Day in the middle of it. We're right here on V-Day today, and so love and candy hearts and all that. So this is a great month to have Heart Health Month and a great month to have Happy Heart Day in it. Laura, tell us about your event next Friday, February 23rd.
Yeah, so we hope to have all of you guys out there. We want to invite you out because this is a really fun one. It's educational, but it's fun. And so it's highlighted right in the center of the day from 12 to 1 by our traditional kind of Happy Heart Luncheon. So we're going to hear during that hour from Dane McKay, our president and CEO. We're going to hear from some of our key sponsors and donors, such as Farmers National Bank. And then we're going to go into a live cooking demonstration with heart healthy food. So that'll be fun. Okay. We're kind of going to mimic like the Today Show and the food demo. So that'll be good. And you'll go home with some ingredients, you know, if you're live there in the audience.
Great.
And then kind of the guts of that luncheon, we're going to hear from Larry Weathers, who is our moderator. He's one of our board members on the foundation, but also he's a heart attack survivor.
Wow.
And he's got 7 of our providers from the healthcare system. Obviously, we're going to hear from cardiology, but also many different other service line providers that are just going to talk about all the things that can ultimately affect your heart. Okay. So you don't always think about it, but good sleep can affect your your heart and mental well-being, or mental health and depression. That can affect your heart, your stress level, your blood pressure. All that stuff ties in. And so we're going to do a live Q&A during that hour-long luncheon session. And then aside from that, we're going to have breakout sessions in the morning and the afternoon as well that are just taking like a deeper dive into heart health.
I bet the cardiologist and the experts in this field would have a field day with me. Because this is, especially over the last couple of years now, I've kind of got out of the routine of running, but I used to run for exercise.
Okay.
But I would also eat like an absolute hog.
Yes, and my
justification for that would be, well, I'm running 3 miles, so I can spend $20 at Taco Bell and eat $15 worth and save the rest for tomorrow because it evens out. But that's not the way.
I don't think that's the way they're going to tell you to do it.
No.
But I'm guilty too.
Yeah, yeah. If you get out and exercise, you're doing yourself good, at least that way. And actually, the event starts kind of early in the morning because you all are giving people that come to this a chance to go to a group fitness class at the McDowell Wellness Center. So tell us how this is going to work for those people.
Yeah, so all the ticket holders, they get, it's an all-inclusive ticket. So you can do as little as you want during the day or every single bit of it. It's all included in that $40 price, which, by the way, is a contribution to the foundation. We're a 501c3, so that is tax deductible. Okay. So 100% of those dollars from those ticket sales are going back to towards our mission. But to answer your question, the Wellness Center has group fitness classes all throughout the day. So ticket holders can take their ticket from Happy Heart, and even if they're not a member, they can join in any of those classes next Friday and just kind of try it out and maybe get a little healthy boost that day.
Yeah. Now, there are events going on for people who maybe they can't get the ticket, or they can't, they're saying, well, I don't want to buy a ticket because I've got to work that day or whatever it may be. You do have the Health Hall, which is free of charge. So even if you don't buy a ticket, the public can still come to the Health Hall.
Yes.
Is that at the church?
Yes. So that's just basically in the lobby of the church. We've just kind of branded it as the Health Hall. So we're going to have all of our sponsor booths set up there. But then what I think is going to be very popular is the free health screening. So this is put on by Ephraim's community service team, and they are going to be doing health screenings on blood pressure. I think they're bringing colorectal kits so you can take home and do it at home screening. And then they're also going to be doing like mental health, depression, anxiety screenings. And then let's say that you come in, you do a screening, maybe you don't have a healthcare provider, haven't been to the doctor in a long time. Like, you're the person we really want to talk to. Like, we care about your health. And so say that something, comes up from that screening that's like a little bit, we maybe need to take a closer look. We can actually get you a referral or, an appointment even if you need with one of our providers so you can be seen.
I like, you mentioned we care about your health regardless of whether you've been seen by a doctor in the Ephraim branch or not. And, I mean, that's indicative. You all have health screenings for the community at least like twice a month. I mean, you all have been rolling them out at different places, some in Boyle, some in Mercer, some in Lincoln.
Yes.
And you let people know, look, Ephraim McDowell cares about you, even if you're not necessarily a patient, if you haven't been to a doctor in 20 years, if you just went 2 weeks ago to one.
Yes.
You want to make sure the community's healthy because a healthy community is the best community.
Exactly. Yes. We feel, as the major healthcare provider in this area, we have a responsibility. And so I always tell people kind of when thinking about the foundation, we represent the whole health system. So we are in 6 counties: Boyle, Garrett, Lincoln, Mercer, Washington, and Casey. And just like what you said, we're trying to be available to our communities, in ways through like these screenings and different things to make sure we're reaching you, because the entire mission is we want to keep quality and affordable health care at home. So where you are, we don't want you to drive to Lexington, Louisville, Cincinnati, wherever. For your care.
With Laura Richard from the Ephraim McDowell Healthcare Foundation, Happy Heart Day is next Friday, February 23rd. One of the things that you are doing as a part of Happy Heart Day and National Heart Health Month, and what the Healthcare Foundation does quite a bit, offering AED grants. And these are for artificial, what's the E stand for? Artificial electric defibrillator. Is that right?
I think you'd have to Google on the E. I'm not sure. I always call them an AED device. It's a life-saving device for your heart.
It's what you'd say clear, right? You hear and you rub them together and it gives the heart a shock.
Sort of.
Yes, sort of like that. I feel like these things have always been like at the like important. But I feel like what we saw as well last year with what happened with Damar Hamlin, the Buffalo Bills player, when he suffered that cardiac arrest on the field, that this is what really kind of jump-started the importance of getting AED devices as many places as we can.
Exactly. So this is a big one. Again, kind of we care about the community's health. So through donor dollars, we are able to give away 5 this year. So on February 1st, the grant application actually ended.
Okay.
But before that, all through the month of January, we took applications from anybody in our 6-county region. Basically, the requirements were you had to have a physical location and be a valid business. But other than if people come to see you at your business, you could apply for this grant. And so we were able, through our selection committee, to select 5, and those devices are all going out into our community. And what's really exciting, so yesterday they were actually delivered to us so we could get them to the recipients, which will be named live at Happy Heart Day. So you'll be able to hear who won those devices.
So 5 of them going out, you said?
Yes, 5 of them going out. And then what I learned was whenever they delivered them, they also come with a free training for not only the AED device, but they can also get CPR trainings for free. So we want you to not only have the device, but be able to know how to use it in the event that something happens. But then what's really, really cool about the device, so let's just say that the device went out to, well, here's a good example. Boyle County Performing Arts Center got a device last year.
Okay.
So let's say you were in there, you were watching a show, somebody, has a cardiac event, and you are not a healthcare professional, and there's nobody around that knows. The device is made to where somebody even as young as a 12-year-old, all they have to do is hit the on and off. There's only one button, on and off.
Just simple as possible.
Yeah, and then the device itself starts walking you through exactly what to do.
Wow.
And so now, adrenaline's going. It's a crazy situation if you're actually in that, so that's why we want you to have training. But in the worst possible scenario, you technically could just pick the device up and be able to use it and hopefully save someone's life.
Happy Heart Day. It's Friday, February 23rd. Starts at 10 o'clock in the morning with the morning motivator and networking and the health hall, which will open up the breakout sessions, there will be a morning breakout session and an afternoon breakout session.
Mm-hmm.
And so different classes that you'll be able to go to. Now, there's lots of really, really informative and interesting classes, but you pick one for the morning, and then you go to the Happy Heart Lunch, and then you pick one for the afternoon. So we'll talk about those classes, what you can look forward to hearing about in these breakout sessions. That's going to be coming up right after this here on The Joe Show. We're with Laura Richard from Ephraim McDowell Health and their Happy Heart Day. It's a week from Friday, February 23rd, 9:47 in the morning, 38 degrees in Danville.
It's Wednesday, and Central Kentucky knows what that means. It's Family Day at Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville. The 3-piece Wednesday special saves you $1 off the regular price. You choose from 3 pieces of famous, crispy, or strips, your choice of 2 sides, plus a hot, home-style buttermilk biscuit, $1 off the regular price every Wednesday. Variety is the spice of life, and you'll enjoy the variety of 2 great tastes together with a new Danville special. Can't decide what you want? You love the legendary taste of Lee's chicken. Have you caught the great taste of Lee's fish? How about both? You've got to try the new Lee's Danville Special. You get 2 pieces of Lee's chicken, 2 pieces of Lee's fish, a side of your choice, plus a hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all for just one low price. You'll get hooked on the Danville Special, 2 pieces of chicken plus 2 pieces of fish, a side of your choice, plus a hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all for one low price. Lee still caters. Call them at 859-236-8777. 859-236-8777. For the great taste of Lee's, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years, it's Lee's Famous Recipe on South 4th.
This is how we doing it with this Chrysler of Lawrenceburg. In 2024, they are making deals real. With their educated personal staff, they make shopping fun and buying easy.
Do you want a newer vehicle? Want a truck for under $25,000? Need your vehicle service? Needing a place that's going to treat you right? Well, Withers is the way. Check them out, Chrysler of Lawrenceburg.
This is one place I will not pass on deals with wheels for the 2024.
Are you ready? Because Vintage NASCAR is back. Get ready for some bumper banging fun because in 2024, the Food City 500 is back. That's right, back on concrete, back to sheet metal bending chaos, back to racing the way it ought to be. Grab a spring weekend package today and save 15%. It's the Food City 500 at Bristol Motor Speedway, March 17th, 2024. It'll be St. Patrick's Day, so get ready to party. Visit bristolmotorspeedway.com for tickets and details.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. At the Nutrition Center, we strive to help our customers achieve optimal health. From our high-quality collagen proteins to our immune system support vitamins, we are here to help you and your family stay healthy all throughout the year. We provide locally raised, free-range meats, eggs, and fresh milk and organic produce boxes delivered weekly. Your locally owned Danville Nutrition Center is here to serve you. Visit us at 802 South 4th Street in Danville. Danville Nutrition Center, big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Do you know why a baseball player wants to make it to second base over just first base? Do you know why someone would order a double shot of espresso? Because a double is always better than a single, and the same goes for the Big Mac. Oh, glorious Big Mac. The only way to make you better was to double you. 4 100% beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Oh, you sandwich of deliciousness. You double Big Mac. Get it today at McDonald's of Danville and Harrodsburg.
Hey folks, Cliffhead Irvin with Irvin Group Realtors and Auctioneers in Lancaster. We proudly support our home team Lions on the field and off. If you are looking to buy, sell, or auction your property, no one sells it better. Our professional agents can help you navigate the home buying or selling process while taking the stress off of you. Follow us on Facebook or visit us at irvingroup.com.
The Irvin Group Realtors and Auctioneers. No one sells it better.
New year, new road, new ride. Start yours in a new Kia from Cartown Kia. 2024 Kia Forte, just $199 down and $199 a month. Or the 2023 Kia Sorento, just $299 down and $299 a month. Or with rates starting as low as 0.9%. Start the new year in a new ride at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
2024 Kia Forte, $199 per month, $1,964 due assigned. 2023 Kia Sorento, $299 per month, $2,801 due assigned. 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, doc, and acquisition fees with approved credit. No security deposit required. All incentives to dealer. Price may not include dealer added options. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st, 2024.
You get a frantic call saying your grandchild is in trouble and they need help. You're asked to send money fast. Don't do it.
I'm Adam Hopkins, security officer at Farmers National Bank. This is called the grandparents scam. Always check with family members or local authorities first.
Hi, I'm Laura Richard from Ephraim McDowell Healthcare Foundation. Join us for Happy Heart Day on February 23rd, 2024 at Centenary Methodist Church. Enjoy breakout sessions with healthcare experts, a live food demonstration, and panel discussions moderated by heart attack survivor Larry Weathers. Learn about heart health challenges, enjoy lunch, and get a free health screening. Visit emhealth.org/happyheart for tickets and details. Visit emhealth.org/happyheart for tickets and details. See you there.
This is Greg Stottlemyre, voice of the EKU Colonels, reminding you to listen for your chance to win tickets to each Colonel home basketball game from Alumni Coliseum in Richmond. Here on Hometown Radio Network, the Colonels are looking for an exciting and winning season, and you can be right there and be a big part of all the action. Just listen for your chance to win a pair of tickets each week all season long. And yes, go Big E from Hometown Radio Network.
And for more ticket information, go online to EKUsports.com.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
All righty then, it's 9:53 in the morning. It's Happy Heart Day. Well, every day should be Happy Heart Day. It's Valentine's Day, which means hopefully it's Happy Heart Day for you today. But next Friday, February 23rd, is Happy Heart Day at Centenary Methodist Church. Ephraim McDowell Health putting this on, and the Healthcare Foundation. And it starts at 10 o'clock-ish or so in the morning with a health hall. But for those that are purchasing the tickets, $40 tickets for this, you get breakout sessions. And the first breakout group is at 11 o'clock. These are, about 45-minute sessions, Laura, is that right?
That is correct.
And so you pick one of these classes you go to in the morning, and then you got lunch, and then you got the afternoon session. So breakout sessions in the morning. Breakout number 1, it is what it is until it's not, when heart disease disguises as harmless symptoms with Dr. O. Who's Dr. O?
Dr. O is so awesome. He's one of our cardiologists. He's new with Ephraim, and he's an excellent doctor. Highly recommend going to his session. And so it's kind of self-explanatory. It is what it is until it's not. So he's going to be talking about, should I actually be worried about this little symptom I'm having, or is that really not a big deal? So he's going to kind of just lay it out there and, talk to people about what he commonly sees that, people aren't necessarily thinking, that might be something.
Isn't it interesting? I feel like there's two types of people. There are ones who think symptoms are nothing. And then there are people who overblow every symptom because they WebMD everything.
That's
and
probably
you kind of got to find, you got to find like a neutral balance in between. But if you're having certain symptoms, like you said, people may think, it's just nothing, or I'm just getting old. That's why I have this ache or this pain in this certain spot. And sometimes that's not necessarily the case.
Yeah, exactly. So he's going to help break that down for you. And then again, in any of these sessions, what's also really good is when other time do you have to talk and kind of network with your healthcare provider? So, you're in a room, it's a small group session, it's only going to probably be 20 people or less in each one of these sessions. And so each one of these are also going to have Q&As at the end. So if you have a specific question, that's a great time to bring it forward too.
So like if you raise your hand and say, I've been having these massive chest pains and my left shoulder is going numb.
He's probably going to admit you immediately.
Yes. This is not the time to have this question. We're going to take you to the hospital right now. Breakout number 2 is the connection between lung health and heart health. Why lung screenings are a must with Dr. Holly.
Yeah, so that's a big one for our area. We have just seen a lot of, lung issues. And so this is really just an awareness breakout session to, if you've been smoking, if you've been vaping, if you've been doing, these things, you need to get your lungs screened. The sooner the better, because then we can help you. So that's Dr. Holly's entire mission. And then, of course, lungs are, right there relating to the heart. So he's going to tie all that together for us.
Breakout number 3, you have about 3 minutes left. So running through these a little quickly. Diabetes and your heart with Dr. Zia or Zia?
Yeah, it's Dr. Zia.
Dr. Zia?
Yes. Yeah. So she's going to be just exactly what it says, talking about diabetes. That's one of our top 3 health concerns in our community, so that's a big one. One
that you're going to offer in the morning and afternoon, because it's so popular, is Ozempic. The hot topic health craze with Dr. Tran, Wegovy and Ozempic, two of these drugs that are just skyrocketing in popularity, and what they're exactly about and how they can maybe benefit but also sometimes hurt with these two drugs.
Yeah, so he's going to be talking about all the pros and cons, what's available, how do you get it if you are eligible, and then also if it's not for you, what alternatives do we have?
Then the Happy Heart Luncheon at 12 noon. Then you have the afternoon session breakouts. Breakout number 1 of the afternoon, Rhythms for Rest for your best slumber. So how sleep affects heart health.
Yes, so that's with Dr. Turpin and Jennifer Daniel, our APRN, and they are going to be tag teaming that session, talking about the importance of sleep.
Breakout number 2, Mend Your Heart, Navigating Stress and Mental Well-Being with Teresa McElvoy.
Yes, and so this one's going to be fun. That one is a little bit different than an instructional type breakout. So that one we're going to have more soft seating and couches available, and it's going to be more of an open dialogue about how speaking with a therapist might be a good resource for you to take advantage of.
And then, as we mentioned, you're going to have the same chance in the afternoon to talk about Wegovy and Ozempic in the afternoon sessions. So afternoon session and morning sessions, if you want to go to the Ozempic one, you can pick it in one of the morning or afternoon sessions and pick a different one in the alternating session. Adjourning at 2:30, lots of door prizes too, I've been told.
Yes, lots of door prizes.
Okay.
Good ones. Walking pad, wearable fitness trackers, scales, all the stuff.
$40 tickets for this. And Laura said we're going to give away some tickets. We're going to do that tomorrow. So we're going to promote that tomorrow, make sure we get listeners to know, got a chance to win 2 tickets to Happy Heart Day at Ephraim McDowell Health and Centenary Methodist Church in Danville on, I think it's Cunningham Way is the name of that street. Cunningham Way, they're going into Millennium Park here in Danville. It's Friday, February 23rd. Again, it starts at 10 o'clock-ish or so that morning with the health hall. The breakout sessions begin at 11. You get lunch at the Happy Heart Luncheon, guest speakers, and all kinds of great information about heart health. Laura, anything else? Any parting knowledge for us?
No, just hope to see everybody there.
It's emhealth.org/giving. Then on the left-hand side of the page, go to Happy Heart Day. You can get tickets that way from the website, or you can win them free tomorrow here on the Joe Show. We'll give away 2 tickets, an $80 value right here on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Laura, appreciate you being on. You're welcome on any time, okay?
Thank you.
Absolutely. There's that sad music again. That means my time has come to an end of the Joe Show. Had a blast with you all on this Wednesday morning, and I hope we're at the start to your work day just a little bit more bearable. I'm Joe Mathis signing off. I'm back with you tomorrow morning, dark and early, on Danville's one-stop shop for local news, local events, and local voices. That's the Joe Show on AM 1230 and the brand new 103.9 FM WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Until then, God bless. Have a great, fun, and safe Wednesday afternoon as Curtis McPeak's Home Sweet Home leads us home sweet home. Kentucky Sports Radio coming up next.